All right. Had the year with the Giants, played the last 2 games with the Calgary Wranglers in the AHL. Where will he begin this season? Where will a lot of these players begin this season? We're in the second half of the preseason for the Canucks, and we got the opening faceoff from Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary coming up next.
Trouble seeing the road? Get free Goodyear hybrid wiper blades with every oil change. A $50 value when you redeem your coupon. It's Mr. Lube plus Tires Change Your Oil, Change Your Wipers event. Get your coupon at MrLube.com.
In my book, saving while shopping is a no-brainer. So I use Rakuten to get cash back while I'm book clubbing. Cha-ching.
Well, how does that work?
Well, stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. Rakuten shares that money with us in a check or PayPal payment. It's free and easy. Rakuten.
You're gonna know my name.
Take espresso into your own hands with the new Espresso Collection by KitchenAid.
You know what's great? New hands-free stretch fit Skechers slip-ins. You just step in and go, and they stretch for the perfect fit. I wonder what else I could stretch. Now that's a strike zone. Try new stretch fit Skechers slip-ins.
Welcome back to Calgary. Canucks and Flames going at it again here in the preseason. Vancouver won that one in Abbotsford in overtime last Wednesday. What do they have for an encore? Shorthouse and Tomlinson in a moment.
In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge tonight's game will take place on the original territories of the peoples of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot First Nation tribes of Siksika, the Piikani, the Gena, the Stoney Nakoda First Nation tribes of Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney, and the Tsuut'ina First Nation. This territory is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Regions 5 and 6. As an organization, Calgary Sports and Entertainment is proud to continue our commitment to learn from and partner with our Indigenous communities.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's preseason matchup between the Vancouver Canucks and your Calgary Flames. We now ask that you please rise, if you're able, remove your hats, and join the singing voice of the Calgary Flames tonight, George Canyon. Accompanied by Flames organist Warren Seed and members of the Alberta Correctional Service in the performance of tonight's national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, the second meeting of this preseason between the Flames and Vancouver. Canucks coming off their first setback of September last night in Seattle. Flames, meanwhile, 3-0-1. Their only mini blemish at the hands of tonight's opponents. That was an overtime loss Wednesday in Abbotsford. Artur Shilovs makes his second start of the preseason. Very solid in his first against the Kraken on Tuesday. Made some key saves early to keep Seattle in check, allowing the Canucks to eventually skate to a 3-1 win. For Calgary, 27-year-old Dan Vladar, the Czech native who went 8-9-2 last season in a backup role to Jacob Markstrom. Markstrom, of course, now a member of the Devils. So it's Vladar, Dustin Wolf, and Devin Cooley all battling it out for crease time this season with the Flames. Canucks with an Alberta flavor to their lineup tonight. Included in that is Carson Soucy, native of Viking, Alberta. He starts on defense on a pair with Vinny Desharnais. And there's Rasmus Andersson in his 9th NHL season Flames traded away a lot of blue line experience last year. And Anderson going to be counted on this year to provide some leadership on that Flames blue line. He intercepts a puck in the corner, checked immediately by Nils Höglander. Höglander on this line for Vancouver with Connor Garland and Atsu Ratu. And here comes Calgary with the puck to center. Joel Hanley flips it from his own side of the red line. No icing as the puck is left in the corner by Soucy. Swept out to the line by Desharnais. Flung on goal by Michael Backlund. And Artur Shilovs with his first save of the game, able to cover the puck.
Bertocca was lamenting the start for his team in Seattle last night. Thought they were a little bit sleepy and then finally got going a little bit too late. He was thinking that they weren't really making the simple plays, overthinking passes, and wants his team to get up ice more quickly with that first pass, crisp, and get the skates moving.
Canucks come up with the puck in their own zone. It's chipped out by Noah Juleson. Igor Sharangovich passes at his own blue line. Jonathan Huberdeau tips the puck in deep. Juleson back up the middle. Here's Niels Oman. Nice pass up the left wing. Vilmer Ulriksson in front. Chance shot wide. Phil DiGiuseppe set up by Ulriksson going to the net. And DiGiuseppe put it wide on the stick side of Vladar. Just missed opening the scoring game. We're a minute in. Canucks still without a shot because of that one that missed the net. Connor Zary at center, backhands the puck into Vancouver territory. Back goes Akito Hirose, the Calgary native, who skates to his left and banks the puck ahead and out to center. Zary gets it there and brings it over the Vancouver blue line. Drops off. Martin Ferk with a shot off the toe of his stick. Braden Pahal keeps the puck in on the far side. Here's Ferk behind the net. Banks one to the blue line. Long shot, blocks. That was Max Sasson who got in front of the bid from Grushnikov of the blue line. Jonathan Lekermacki with a nice pass. Here's Sprong cutting it off the left wing. Penalty coming up to Calgary as Soucy lets fly with a shot, stick save, and there's the whistle for a tripping call. And a minute 48 into this game, the Canucks will get the first power play of the night.
And it's going to be Pahal going to the penalty box for Calgary as he tried to step up and make a hit, and it was leg on leg against Lekermacki.
2 minutes for tripping.
Coming into the zone and being kneed. And this is DiGiuseppe just trying to get over the blocker, but the puck rolled up at the last minute on the toe. Nice feed for him. One hands it and then too high over the blocker. Canucks though early power play to go.
Canucks in the preseason, and we use these statistics very loosely because no full lineups. They haven't even had JT Miller play it. By the way, Rick Tocchet said today he does expect JT Miller to play perhaps on Friday. Or sorry, on what day is it? It's Saturday, Monday in Edmonton. As the puck is held in at the right point, Carson Soucy setting up the power play with a pass to Connor Garland. Canucks 3 for 11 in the preseason to finish that stat off. Garland turning with the puck on the right wing. Passes side of the net, gets a return feed from Sprong. Now Soucy at the line. Garland top of the circle, puts one to the slot, intercepted. And the puck is shot down the ice by Kevin Rooney.
Let's try to force that pass into the slot area, and the Calgary Flames doing a good job of pouncing on a loose puck.
Here's Hirose bringing the puck ahead. Mark Friedman passes. Sasson backhands the puck in. Checked in the corner by Miramano. Blake Coleman couldn't make a play before he was stripped of the puck by Nils Höglander. Now he's checked by Michael Backlund, and the Flames clear the puck out to center. 45 seconds to go in the Vancouver power play. Puck dumped into Calgary territory. Shot around, took a weird hop to the middle, kept in by Akito Hirose. He passes to the right point to Friedman. Down the right wing boards, wrist shot blocks. Mackenzie Weegar got in front of that. That stung. I think it got him on the right wrist, maybe. Weegar stays out there, but he's a little shaken up. Puck to the blue line. Hirose, left side, gets a return pass. Now feeds Friedman. All the way across. Hirose, one-timer, swallowed up by Vladar. As Akito Hirose stepped into that and got a good shot on goal.
Weegar getting in front of this shot here, and in the preseason, you want to try to come through unscathed. It was off his right hand. Trying to get the puck towards the goaltender, a little high from Friedman. And Weegar, the 30-year-old, so in his first 6 years with the Panthers before being traded to Calgary.
Saw him shaken up there. He's missed only 3 games in the last 3 seasons. Here's a one-timer. Nice right pad save off Ratu by Vladar, and Calgary breaks out. Rooney stepping into him was Elias Pettersson. Able to separate him from the puck. Flames are back to full strength. Canucks had 2 shots on the power play, but the game remains scoreless 4 minutes into the opening period. Ratu intercepts. Now picks up the puck on the left wing. Ratu tried to fling one on goal. That's off Anderson and out of play, and they'll face off in Calgary territory. Murph.
Fellas, you can be there for the home opener, which is October 9th, to watch the Canucks take on these very Calgary Flames. Get your tickets today, Canucks.com/tickets.
Well, Elias Pettersson getting himself into the hockey game at the blue line, stepping up on Kevin Rooney. Remember Rick Tocchet talking about the comparison of Ulf Samuelsson. Canucks fans would love to see that.
He was quick to say, I'm not saying he's Ulf Samuelsson. Great. There are certain parts of his game. Here's a chance in front, stopped by Sheelovs. Certain parts of his game that remind him of big Ulf Samuelsson. A Hall with a long shot, scores! Looked like Sheelovs was screened, picked it up late, and a long shot from Braden Pahal makes it 1-0 Calgary.
This puck kind of fools everyone behind the net, comes out front. Zary tries Sheelovs, who makes the stop, but once it's D to D and chasing, this just sneaks behind Carson Soucy and flutters over the shoulder of Sheelovs, coming out into the lane but not getting in front of that puck. Canucks aren't able to block it. Pahal gets his first after coming out of the penalty box, and Calgary opens the scoring.
Has a goal to go with his 1 assist this preseason. And the Flames at 4:23 draw first blood against Vancouver.
Flames goal scored by number 94.
Battle for the puck in the corner to the left of Dan Vladar. Mark Friedman's down from the right point. Uyghur able to send it back to the end boards. Stays in the Calgary zone. Uyghur will try the other side. Miramanov took a swing at the puck, couldn't move it out. Phil DiGiuseppe to the blue line. Hirose to the right point. Friedman slams that one wide on purpose. Rebound came right in front, and Lomberg was there to intercept. Puck cleared out by Sam Honzik, and both teams change. Hirose at the end of his shift. He'll hustle to the bench as the Flames try to move the puck out. Kept in by Lecker-Mackey. But now ahead to Anthony Mantha, who signed a 1-year deal to come play in Calgary this year. Finished last year in Vegas after a deadline trade from Washington. Here's Daniel Sprong sliding the puck in behind the Calgary goal. Canucks after it there. Flames break it to the near side. Kept in by Noah Juleson. Rasmus Anderson after the puck. Lecker-Mackey on him. And the Flames wind up icing it. So there'll be a face-off in the Calgary zone. 5:40 into this first period with the Flames up 1-0.
There's the goal score for Calgary. And the Canucks with that icing will get some fresh legs out on the ice. Sheelov's last action in this building was forgettable, the first preseason game of last year.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
I was just going to let it sit there.
It was like, hey, Dave, welcome to the broadcast.
Yes. 10-0.
Mantha works the puck into the Vancouver zone. Comes all the way back. Here's Pahal again with a long shot. And a stick save by Sheelovs. Joel Hanley, the ex-Dallas Star, giving the only assist on the opening goal from Pahal. Michael Backlund tips the puck into Vancouver zone. Pettersson for Ratu. He's checked immediately. And here's Blake Coleman. Checked off the puck. Garland able to flip it down inside the Calgary line. It's going to be an icing call. And the Canucks won't be able to complete this change with the face-off coming back to their end.
Well, Ryan Huska, head coach of the Calgary Flames, a 49-year-old, is a real good communicator, and he's been pleased with the younger players so far in training camp. And Calgary is going to continue to get stronger when their first-round selections over the last couple of seasons kind of take over the dressing room. They're not quite there yet, but with a new building coming in this city, things are looking up in the coming years.
Here's Mackenzie Weegar at the blue line. Dangerous pass. Intercepting is Ty Mueller. In on the right wing. Mueller to the net. And reaching in was Weegar to tip that out of play. Atoning for his own turnover. As Ty Mueller, the native of Cochrane, Alberta, had a chance to get the Canucks on even terms.
I love your building. Is anything for sale?
Oh, shut the front door. My son is in real estate. Andy DJs. And how are you fixed for supplements? He does it all.
RE/MAX agents don't stranger-splain. They explain with exactly the advice you need.
Now our change will honor 100 years of the Royal Canadian Air Force, flying higher, faster, and farther, and always with a strong base to call home. Find the limited edition Royal Canadian Air Force $2 coin today.
It is not necessary to dial a 1.
With Fast Signs, signage that gets you noticed turns hot lots into homes. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Here, at Jameson Vitamins, pretty much all we ever talk about is quality.
But it's more than just talk.
By testing all our sourced ingredients right down to their DNA.
We won't be fooled, and neither will you.
I mean, the standards say that tap water is fine.
But we want to start with the pure stuff. So we make our own.
And speaking of tests,
we conduct more than 360 tests for product purity and potency.
Long before the bottle makes it to the store.
Jameson Vitamins, relentless pursuit of perfection since 1922.
Tonight's Canucks for Kids 50-50 raffle is live. Tickets available until the end of the second intermission. You can buy yours now, VancouverCanucks5050.com.
Real nice read by Ty Mueller as he jumps this D-to-D pass, little errant there behind the back, and then he's going to get it on the toe of the stick, but Weegar, who made that D-to-D pass on his backhand, hustles back, and no shot on net for Vladar to stop, but the former Omaha of Nebraska Maverick trying to impress here.
So Weegar, he went out of frame there, but right after making that play, slammed the end boards in frustration, knowing that he was the one that caused his own issues. Here's Rooney playing the puck into Vancouver's own Desjardins back. Ryan Lomberg stepped into him. Stanley Cup winner last year with the Florida Panthers. Played 8 games in the playoffs for the Panthers in their cup run. Weegar long shot, rebound, score! There's Lomberg. The aforementioned Stanley Cup winner, Johnny on the spot to make it 2-0.
2 goals in this game for the Flames originating from the blue line. This one, though, is a deflection in front after Calgary forechecks hard and comes up with a loose puck. Desjardins and Soucy aren't able to find it. Lomberg does with some help. After it gets back to the point, he goes to not the front of the net, just a step above that, and finds that puck on his forehand. Shelovs was going down to make a stop, but it never got to him because it went off the player who was knocked down in front. So Kevin Rooney goes off his back. Lomberg to the back of the net. 2-0 Calgary.
First goal, first point of the preseason for Ryan Lomberg. Flames have scored twice on 6 shots, and 7 minutes into the first period, it's 2-0 Calgary. Lomberg, 75 regular season games, those 8 playoff games last year, and he's got his first with Calgary here in the preseason. There's a long shot wide as Hanley stepped into that one. Connor Zary gets the loose puck. Tried to feed the line. Getting a stick on that was Ulrichsen to tip the puck out to center. Rasmus Anderson controls at his own blue line. He waits while the Flames complete a change. Hanley takes his pass. Canucks finishing a change as well. Intercepting is Ratu, but he's got a teammate trapped offside. That was Niels Höglander, and the offside whistle stops play.
Well, as the preseason rolls on, these puck battles become a little bit more intense. Weegar's shot towards the net hits the back of Rooney, who was knocked down, but Lomberg's unchecked. Started his NHL career in Calgary before going to Florida.
Flames on the resumption of play, roll the puck down into the Vancouver zone. Noah Juleson settles it. Around for Elias Pettersson. Up the middle, nice pass for Ratu. Tried to go onto the right wing for Garland. That was broken up by Artem Grushnikov, and the Flames send the puck into the Vancouver zone, but they'll bring it all the way back into Calgary territory.
Canucks have a little bit more energy in the opening 10 minutes of this first period than they did in Seattle, but staring down a 2-0 deficit, and you're going to need to get some more shots on Vladar.
Face off to his right. Sasson on the draw. Flames control. Grushnikov. And now Huberdeau turns, sends the puck off the glass and down. And this will be another icing call. Flames didn't like it, but the change they had started will have to be aborted for another face-off in their end.
It's not like the Canucks didn't generate a couple of chances with the Di Giuseppe chance coming in, and also Mueller, but both shots never got to the goaltender. And Max Sasson's got a couple of guys that can really put the puck in the net in Sprong and Lecker-Mackey. See if he can get the puck to those guys.
Huberdeau feeds back. Grushnikov for Pahal, who opened the scoring in this game. He couldn't catch up with the puck. Canucks get it. Now Mantha has it blocked by Carson Soucy. Puck to the middle. Lecker-Mackey blocked. Puck goes up in the air and in. It hit Grushnikov, went up in the air behind Vladar, and Lecker-Mackey will get credit for a weird one to make it 2-1.
They certainly don't ask how when you get your first. And Lecker-Mackey is able to jump on this loose puck. Daniel Sprong does an excellent job banging the puck in the corner. It doesn't come out. Stuffed at the blue line. And right there with the stick lift by Sprong off the foot of Grushnikov, and Vladar doesn't know where it is until it's behind him. And talked about some chances that didn't go their way for the Canucks earlier. This one gets the right altitude and ends up in the right spot.
It wasn't quite as dramatic, but it reminds me of a goal in this building that Mason Raymond scored from right in front of his own bench, when he put one way up high in the air and it wound up behind Mika Kiprusoff. This one from much closer in, but a similar looking result as the Canucks go offside of the Calgary blue line. But it's Lecker-Mackey at 8:35 getting Vancouver on the board, and the Canucks are within one here with just over 11 minutes remaining in the first period.
And right on cue, that line with Max Sasson down the middle, Daniel Sprong, and the aforementioned Lecker-Mackey. I guess when you really have a hard shot like that, the momentum off the foot's going to spin and carry it.
Face-off win for Michael Backlund. Now Backlund gets the puck behind the net, works his way to the near corner. Working on Mark Friedman, who stayed right with him. Down from the right point comes Miramanov. Puck shoveled to the left point to Uyghur. Wrist one towards the goal. That went off Friedman and into the far corner. Vilmer Ulrichsen is there. Couldn't move it past Backlund. Flames keep the puck in. Shot around to the near side. Uyghur down from the left point. Missed the puck. Covering for him is Jacob Pelche. Across to Miramanov. Here's Backlund with some room. Michael Backlund in front. Miramanov kicked out by Shilovs with the right pad. Good stretch there to keep that puck out of the net. Now it's off the stick of Di Giuseppe and over the glass for a whistle.
The Canucks wingers usually play around the tops of the circles, and then when the puck gets back to the point, that's when they'll charge. But Calgary's been doing a good job of going D to D and then getting the puck towards the net. This is a good little dump-off play and then to the high slot. Shilovs through traffic, reaches across with the right arm, makes the stop.
Canucks overskated the puck off the draw, and a backhander by Rooney is handled by Shilovs, who covers the puck. They'll face off again in the Vancouver zone, as Shilovs had to be alert there. Wasn't a hard shot, but he probably wasn't expecting it, as it looked like the Canucks would get control of the puck.
And early in the preseason, you've really got your roots after a face-off win, but you have to make sure you have control of the puck before you can start as a winger moving out and try to usher the puck out of your zone. They'll redo this face-off. Ratu's going to do that stick flip.
He's taking it right-handed.
I call it the rowboat just because, you know, when you're flipping the paddle over on both sides of the canoe.
And it works as he wins it cleanly. He says he wants to give different looks on his face-off, keep the opposition guessing. And there was no guessing there. He flipped the stick over and just won it cleanly.
Well, when you see that, you know that he's going to go to his backhand, but it's power on power. And when you've got that bottom hand turned over, you've got way more leverage.
Right-hand options on face-offs has been something the Canucks have been looking for the last few years. And he may not be a right-hander, but he can take them right-handed. Meanwhile, another right-hander, Jonathan Lekkerimäki, has his first of the preseason, and the Canucks are within one.
The Ferrero Rocher chocolate bar. Crunchy hazelnuts, smooth chocolate, creamy filling. Make any moment worth celebrating. Ferrero Rocher.
Cough and cold symptoms? Buckley's knows you'll try anything for relief. It's not that we don't believe in the near mythical powers of chicken noodle soup. We just believe in Buckley's more. Buckley's. It tastes awful and it works.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough when you to my house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Alec Mercer, fancy professor by day, Inspector Gadget by night.
It's completely irrational.
Exactly. Every crime can be explained by science.
You ever heard of
the hero placebo effect? Sunk cost fallacy. Patternicity.
Are you going to keep giving me wordle clues, or is there someone I can arrest?
People are irrational, but predictably so. You want to learn more about zero-sum bias?
Among other things.
The Irrational, season premiere, Tuesday, October 8th on City TV.
Anywhere you slice it, especially the Canucks don't want to start the season in LTIR. There doesn't seem to be a lot of roster spots up for grabs. However, fourth-line center could be one, and as the fellow said upstairs, Ratu would love to snag it. He's certainly getting an extended look, and the 21-year-old has stood out, especially with his skating. He spent a lot of time working on just that in the offseason, feeling it was his biggest hurdle to becoming an everyday NHL.
I remember when he was in training camp last year, and it was at UBC, the smaller rink, so you can sit right close, and you could hear his leg power crash into the ice when he was skating. And I was saying, you know, don't skate into the ice, skate on the ice, get lighter, get faster. And it seems like he's done that in this past offseason. He looks up to speed here early.
Just past the halfway mark, first period, Flames leading 2-1. Puck to center, Sasson digging for it, Sprong there as well. Zeri tips it into Vancouver territory. Here's Desharnais. Lekkerimäki, the Vancouver goal scorer, passes ahead. Sasson stood up by Grushnikov, and he played the puck into the Calgary zone. Anthony Mantha. Grushnikov gains center and backhands the puck in before heading to the bench. Friedman banks it to himself off the end boards. Tristan Nielsen, who's played for both the Vancouver Giants and the Calgary Hitmen. And getting a look in this game here at Scotiabank Saddledome in the preseason. Puck stays in the Vancouver zone. Shilovs gloves it. He'll take the whistle for a face-off to his left. Jay's season comes to an end. One last matchup against the Miami Marlins. Tune in to the final Blue Jays Central of the year tomorrow at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern on Sportsnet. Chris Bassett on the mound for the 162nd and final game of the year for Toronto.
No postseason for the Jays.
There's a long shot, and covering the glove side post was Shilovs as the puck came off the end boards. So it was an alert push to get there and cover the puck for another whistle.
Calgary's always been a team that's generated scoring chances from their point men. You know, they always seem to find a way to get those pucks through. Work well D to D. It's up to the Canucks in this game to try to snuff that, try to anticipate the DDD like we saw earlier from Mueller, and then head off the other way.
Canucks able to clear to center. Puck overskated. Giuseppe brings it in on the left wing. Phil Giuseppe to the crease. Banging away is Oman, and covering the puck, Dan Vladar, as the Flames come back and get Oman out of the crease. But he thought that puck was loose for a moment after Giuseppe threw it hard to the blue paint.
Always a good play to throw it into the feet when you're getting closer to the goal line, especially on your forehand, and Giuseppe does just that. As Canucks have some speed after this puck just lands on the stick of Giuseppe. Oman going to the net, and that puck almost lands on his stick.
Ulrichsen was the trailer. That was the other option, but I think Giuseppe made a good choice there, giving Vladar some trouble.
Yeah, and it went off Vladar, off Uyghur, and then back to the goaltender.
Shot right off the draw. That was Höglander stopped by Vladar. Here's Connor Garland from behind the goal. Banks one to the blue line. Desharnais, long shot deflected, and Vladar able to drag the left pad and get his leg on it. Here's Ratu to the left point. Susi with a shot, and a stick save by Vladar. Good shift here for the Canucks as Vladar stops another shot from Desharnais. Ratu for Höglander. The other 21, Rooney's on him. Garland comes in for the puck. Connor Garland all the way across. Desharnais in front, and Ratu is stopped by Vladar. Tipped it on goal from in close, and Vladar shot out the right pad. He had about 5 saves on that sequence to keep it 2-1 Calgary.
What a good shift by that line, and smart plays as well. They draw a defender towards you, get to the front of the net, and the defenseman getting both shots through.
Desharnais intercepts that flip in, intended for Huberdeau. Here's Giuseppe knocked down along the boards. Ulrichsen after the puck. Oman as well. It's brought out by Huberdeau. He sends one across to Mantha. Anthony Mantha back the other way. That was blocked, but he keeps the puck in. Huberdeau gets away from Friedman. Jonathan Huberdeau back for Grushnikov. Now Pahal around for Sharangovich. Behind the net, Mantha had trouble corralling the puck. Hirose knocked it away. Here's Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau, Sharangovich couldn't get it to go on the short side. Mantha on the far boards. To the line, Pahal is stopped by Shilovs. Good job by Friedman to box out Sharangovich in front. And Shilovs able to hang on.
You see Ratu on the bench. This is a nice play by Garland off the boards. And the redirect in front. Vladar tracks it. And here's another good opportunity. Ratu, so far in this game, has done a lot of the right things.
Flames win the draw, shot right away. Didn't get through. As Martin Frk tried to test Archer Shilovs. Lekermaki brings the puck over the Calgary blue line. He swarmed there. And back come the Flames with the puck. Mackenzie Uyghur. Pass for Sam Honzik was out of his reach. Elias Pettersson to the line, kept in there. Miramonov down into the corner. Martin Frk leaves along the boards for Connor Zary. Elias Pettersson intercepts and leaves behind the net for Noah Juleson. Up the right wing, can't get it out. Flames try to set it up. Zary, and that trickles off his stick right through to Shilovs. He'll take the whistle. We'll take a break. 5:58 to go in the first here in Calgary. The Flames leading the Canucks 2-1.
Sunday, Pittsburgh goes up against Ottawa in a preseason showdown. Scores! Penguins, Senators, Sunday on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1.
It's shaping up to be a beautiful day here. Landed in the water earlier, chopped through the rough. An easy chip and it's on the green. Now this is a must-make.
The Chevrolet Silverado will take you there. Wherever there is. And you'll roam further, climb higher, and grip tighter than you've ever imagined. The Chevrolet Silverado, built to take you where the trail ends, so you can go beyond.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
Penguins, Senators, Sunday on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1.
You can be there for the home opener. It's not too far from now. October 9th to watch the Canucks take on the Flames. Get your tickets today. Canucks.com/tickets.
The start of the long journey for both. Flames with a 2-1 lead in this preseason till goals from Pahal and Lomberg made it 2-0 before Lecker-Mackey, with a good bit of good fortune, got the Canucks on the board. Flames set up a play to Anderson on the far side. His rising wrister off the chest of Artur Shilovs. Mantha digging for the puck, battling Carson Soucy deep in the Vancouver zone. Sharangovich gets it, throws it in front. Good positioning from Ratu to break it up. And the Canucks send the puck down over the Calgary blue line. Almost given away to Garland. Here's Huberdeau. Anderson couldn't control it. Canucks send the puck the other way. Ratu couldn't corral it. Now he steals the puck back, gets it to Connor Garland. Garland, a little stutter step and a spin along the boards. Pass for Ratu didn't work. Garland steals the puck back. And he'll bring it outside the line under pressure from Sharangovich. Garland now flips one in deep and heads in while his line mates head to the bench on a change. So we're 5 minutes remaining. First period. Shots 11 apiece. Mantha at the end of his shift. Ahead to Michael Backlund, who plays the puck into the Vancouver zone. Friedman skates it to the far side. He goes up the boards and out. Won't be enough for icing. As Jacob Pelche goes back for the puck. Flames send it ahead to center. Blake Coleman coming off a 30-goal season. Pass ahead. Nielsen got his stick on it, but the Flames able to send it in behind the Vancouver goal. Coleman is there. Blake Coleman comes out the near side. Tried to feed the line. Nielsen intercepts. 3 Canucks to center. He'll flip the puck in from the red line. Grushnikov sends it around to Coleman. And out to center for Jacob Pelche. 4:20 remaining in the first as the Flames control in their own zone. Pahal settles things down while Calgary finishes a line change. Adam Klapka sends the puck in from center. Elias Pettersson. Oh, stood up in the line was Oman as Klapka stepped into him. Giuseppe took a little run at Klapka. And Oman's going to head right to the bench on a change after he was belted at his own blue line by big Adam Klapka.
Klapka going to really throw the body around, 6'8".
Rooney with a shot off the left wing. That's handled by Shilovs. And there's a whistle in the Vancouver zone.
Cutting the brim of the nose there from Oman. Over the visor that came down as the Canucks get the puck around to the wall. And he's trying to get it out. So he's looking down, and Klapka finishes at the chest with the hands.
90 penalty minutes in 65 games with the Calgary Wranglers of the American League last year. 6'8", 235. Oman's a tall individual, but he's not 235.
No.
Here's Ferk, who's back trying to get in the NHL after playing last year in the Swiss League. Flames set it up for Uyghur. Long shot. That sailed wide of the goal. Martin Ferk gets the puck in the near corner. Uyghur. Right point. Miramanov near side. Ferk settles the puck. Looks across. Feeds back to Uyghur. Long wrist shot. Deflected. Just wide. Looked like Hanzik got his stick on that one. Now it's off the stick of Uyghur and outside the line to neutral ice.
Once again, the Calgary Flames were able to exploit the Canucks. They'll get it up to the defenseman and get those shots through. Not a big slap shot, just a hard wrist shot towards the net.
Inside 3 minutes remaining in the first. Mark Friedman up the middle. Puck poked through by Connor Garland. This qualifies the top line for the Canucks tonight, and they've looked at Ratu with Höglander and Garland. Friedman looks up ice. Garland takes his pass. That one into the skates of Höglander was checked, and here's Sharangovich the other way. Gains center and backhands the puck to the corner. Huberdeau after it. Friedman's on him. Höglander in support. Takes the puck away from Sharangovich. Canucks tried to get it in the middle for Garland, but that pass from Ratu didn't work. Huberdeau in front for Mantha. Took a swipe at the bouncing puck. Couldn't make contact. Out to Ratu. Flips one ahead. Pahal couldn't corral it. Both teams will start to change with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Pahal passes to center. Now on the left foot. Grushnikov sidesteps that check from Noah Juleson. Jacob Pelche to the blue line. Pahal loads up, fakes the shot, takes a look, lets it go, and that was blocked by Elias Pettersson. Pahal gets it again. Carries behind the net. Pelche to the blue line. Grushnikov. Right point. Wrist shot handled by Shilovs as he was tested from well up by Michael Backlund. Canucks fail to clear. Coleman with a long shot. That hit a leg and went wide. Miromanov's come onto the ice. Sends one to the side. Blake Coleman blocked. Sammy Blais gets the loose puck up the middle. And Nielsen will skate the puck forward, fight off a check, and send it deep into the Calgary zone.
That's a good job by Nielsen. As the Canucks got caught running around a little bit, everything back to the point for Calgary. Redirected towards the front of the net. They needed to get that puck down the ice.
Final minute. First period. Calgary leading 2-1. Ulrichsen backhands the puck into the Flame zone. Vladar out of his net. Kept in by Ulrichsen on the right wing. Trying to get away from Kevin Rooney. Turns and feeds back to Desharnais. Long shot wide. Down from the left point comes Soucy. Carson Soucy behind the net for DiGiuseppe. Sweeps one to the blue line to Desharnais. Again, he puts one wide. DiGiuseppe trying to get his stick on the puck. Here's Soucy again. Into the corner for DiGiuseppe. Soucy flips one around to the near side. Desharnais down from the right point. 25 seconds to go in the first period. Flames able to intercept. And the puck is sent back behind the goal. Both teams changing, and Calgary likely happy to let time run off the clock here with a 2-1 lead in the final dozen seconds of the first. Grushnikov ahead for Zary. Broken up. Max Sasson turns deep in his own zone. Puck to the blue line, and that's going to do it for period number one. Flames jumped up to a 2-0 lead. Canucks got one back, and it's Calgary up by a goal after 20 minutes here at Saddledome.
Canucks seem to stub their toe just a little bit, getting the puck cleanly out of their zone, and once it's into the hands of the Flames defenseman, it's right towards the front of the net. But more shots for Vancouver in the latter half of that first period got them back into the hockey game.
40 minutes minimum remaining, with the Canucks trailing by a goal here on the road in Calgary. Martin Geyer, Jesse Fuchs have an update for us in the intermission. Ryan Johnson, general manager of the Abbotsford Canucks. He'll be by to chat with Dan Murphy in the intermission. Flames leading the Canucks 2-1 after one.
This program is brought to you in part by Molson. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it.
You know that Royale Tiger Towel paper towel is Tiger Strong, but did you know it's carbon neutral? Tiger Towel is part of an organization that plants millions of trees each year and responsibly manage forests. Royale, trusted quality, carbon neutral.
Michelin innovates once more with Michelin acoustic technology, reducing cabin noise by cushioning road vibrations.
Galvanized.
Michelin, motion for life.
Today is bringing kids to work day.
Let's go play.
There's a place where it's all happening, where the economic outlook grows stronger, with over $44 billion in new investments in electric vehicle and battery plants.
At OLG, we know guidance can make things more fun.
I'm having fun.
Me too. And a little advice is a good thing. Hands up. Much better. Advice helps you avoid unnecessary risk.
Right.
And avoid bigger mistakes. Cool. So OLG has Play Smart to teach you the rules, set limits, and help you play smarter. Break time?
Break time.
Play Smart. With you every step of the play.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. But we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
It's incredible what my Food Saver vacuum sealer can do. Easy meal prep. Amazing how fresh the salmon is. Food stays fresh up to 5 times longer, saving me thousands in groceries. Food Saver saves money, time, and flavor.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Discover the Toyota that's right for you. Visit shoptoyota.ca today.
Hey everybody, welcome inside our Sportsnet Central Studios. Martine Geyer along with Jesse Fuchs for this quick update. Hope you're enjoying the action from Calgary. I'm guessing Montreal Canadiens fans not enjoying a whole lot about what they saw as their team faced the Leafs tonight.
Yeah, the worst thing about preseason that can happen to any player, an injury. And the Habs picked up a couple of significant ones in this game against the Leafs. That's Patrick Laine playing his second game of the preseason. We wouldn't see much of him. We'll get to that story in a little bit. Off the opening draw, David Reinbacher, vying for a roster spot, goes awkwardly into the boards. The 5th pick in 2023, helped to the dressing room, will not return. Later, more bad news from Montreal. Cedric Paré, knee on knee with Patrick Laine. And you can just see the way his knee bended.
Oh.
It's not supposed to look like that. The 26-year-old down in a lot of pain, holding his left knee, needed to be helped off the ice. Now, Laine, just 18 games played last season, throws his helmet in frustration. He obviously did not return. There was also no penalty called on the play to Paré. Meanwhile, Arbor Xhekaj, he obviously wants retribution for his injured teammate. He goes at Paré, takes him down, landing several punches. Paré didn't want much of this fight. Things really getting heated in the preseason. Xhekaj living in the box. He's assessed a game misconduct, so he's out as well, but not for injury reasons. Toronto assessed a 7-minute power play. Ensuing man advantage, Easton Cowan cross ice to Nick Robertson. Scores for a second straight game. Gives the Leafs a 1-0 lead. Second period, more rough stuff. Juraj Slafkovsky pushing and shoving behind the net. That's with Marshall Riffai. The two drop the mitts. And it's Slafkovsky and Riffai going at it. The Leaf would secure the takedown on the former #1 pick. Riffai was leaking on the play. Slafkovsky headed down the tunnel, but he thankfully did return this hockey game. However, this one is now over. Toronto 2-0 versus the Habs this preseason.
Oilers also in action tonight, taking on the Kraken. 3 minutes into this one, Connor McDavid, the backhanded saucer pass. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores his first of the preseason, so the Oilers on the board first. Now the game tied at 1. Noah Phillip runs into his own goaltender, Calvin Pickard, and flattens him. Pickard is shaken up after that collision, and he would leave the game after 20 minutes of play. This game knotted at 2.
Meanwhile, Elliott Lake, Ontario, winners of Kraft Hockeyville 2025, will host a preseason game between the Ottawa Senators and Pittsburgh Penguins Sunday. This week, the Stanley Cup made a tour of the community as part of the celebrations around the event. Kraft Hockeyville is building hockey dreams around the country, awarding $5.1 million to 101 communities over the last 18 years. And you can see the Penguins and Sens from Elliott Lake, Ontario, Sunday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1. Or as always, you can stream the game on Sportsnet Plus. And hopefully, Martine, we've seen the end of any of the injuries we're going to see tonight. We're done.
That's right. I was also going to say hopefully the Penguins get their plane fixed because they couldn't make it to Detroit today. I'm sure they'll iron that out before tomorrow. It's a 2-1 Calgary lead. Enjoy second period action from Saddle Dome.
When you start your morning with Shreddy's 100% whole wheat goodness,
you take that goodness into your day. Good whole wheat Shreddies.
Hey, what's up?
You brought your own Armstrong cheese?
Of course, I love it.
It's okay to bring your own Armstrong cheese.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Tylenol Rapid Release Gel Caps are scientifically designed to quickly release medicine and effectively relieve pain. Tylenol, rapid release, rapid relief.
Mom, what does a cavity feel like?
I think it's different for everyone. Wait, why?
No reason.
Why?
The Canadian Dental Care Plan is here. Those with a family income under $90,000 and no dental insurance may be eligible. Applications are now open for kids under 18. A message from the Government of Canada.
Check this out. The phone is the key.
Like you, the redesigned Tucson doesn't stop. You got places to go and stories to tell.
Sleeping like a baby. Thank goodness for baby mode.
And with more than 9 out of 10 Tucsons sold in the last decade still on the road, WA keeps you going.
Everything feels broken in Canada. Unaffordable, unsafe, divided. But we can put the pieces back together. With a government that lives within its means, leaves more in your pocket, and lets you get ahead. That protects our streets and unites our people. In the Canada we know and love. Common sense. Let's bring it home.
At OLG, we know guidance can make things more fun.
I'm having fun.
Me too. And a little advice is a good thing. Hands up. Much better. Advice helps you avoid unnecessary risk.
Right.
And avoid bigger mistakes. Cool. So OLG has Play Smart to teach you the rules, set limits, and help you play smarter. Break time?
Break time.
Play Smart. With you every step of the play.
Season is continuing in Calgary. It's the home team that scored a pair in the first period, but the Canucks did get one back from Lecker Mackey. It's 2-1 after 20 minutes. And so pleased to be joined now by the assistant general manager of the Vancouver Canucks and the GM of the Abbotsford Canucks. So Ryan Johnson, this is an incredibly busy time for you, from the young stars to training camp, all the bodies. And I think there's a lot of players that the fans are interested in. I want to start with Atu Ratu, who's really kind of stood out so far through Penticton into the preseason. You guys give these guys homework to go back to their native countries with, and one was to improve his skating. What have you seen?
Well, we always preach to our players that preparation breeds confidence, and this is a young man that's done a lot of preparation this offseason. He's gotten much stronger in his lower body, which naturally is going to help his skating. He's worked on it, but even his upper body, he's just gotten stronger. You can see that's given him some confidence, and he's had a great Penticton and into training camp. He's just been building as he's gone along. We're just encouraging him to keep going.
Lecker Mackey, it's by most people's boards, he's your, #1 prospect. That doesn't mean the #1 ready prospect to play in the National Hockey League, but had a tough, draft +1 season, then an excellent season last year. He had a few games at the end of the season. Where do you see his development right now?
Well, I think his out of his draft, he had dealt with so much. You go through the Combine and World Juniors and all these things that we just intentionally decided to step aside, let him take a deep breath and grow, and I think that paid dividends coming into his second year, kind of last year, where the success and the confidence that he started to build with. So even to have him over at the end of last season and getting games in Abbotsford was, I think, a huge step for him to get acclimated here. He's come here, and although I think people would say, wow, tonight he finally gets on the score sheet or through Penticton, but I think the impressive thing with him is the details his willingness to play in traffic, his wall plays, all those things that I think are going to add up to being a very good player over here in North America.
Late spring, Manny Malhotra, a guy you knew very well, you do know very well, gets named as the head coach of the Abbotsford Canucks. What do you think he can bring to that club in terms of just his history and his knowledge of the game?
Well, I would say even already his presence has come forward just with his passion, his knowledge, his experience, his delivery to our players. He's ran practices here with our main group, and the respect is there out of the gate. So I think, you know, we did a lot of work of building a staff there in Abbotsford and essentially overhauling things. And I think it's going to give some energy, some new life to our group there, and I think our players are going to feed off it. But I'm just excited for Manny to get up and go on in Abbotsford, get behind the bench there, because I think our players are going to thrive under him.
One of the longer tenured members of this organization is Guillaume Brisebois, and he had an incredibly difficult season last year with, you know, injuries stemming from concussions. Now, he was sent down, reassigned last week, but I think a lot of people are wondering about where he is in his road back to playing, because he's been a key part of this organization for a long time.
Well, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, but everything that's transpired to this point has been a plan that's been put in place by the organization, giving him an opportunity, giving him time. We have so much belief in him as a player, but also as a person. And so we wanted to take the right steps and into this offseason and give him a chance to take the next step And obviously, I think the next step for him is getting into game action. We get him into Abbotsford and get him up and going. But by no means does that mean that we have a lot of belief still in Guillaume Brisebois as a player. He's grown up in this organization, and we really want to see it through with him, do what's right for him as a player, but most importantly as him as a person.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to visit with us, and I'm sure we'll get to do it again down the road.
Great. Thanks for having me, Murph. Appreciate it.
Assistant General Manager Ryan Johnson of the Canucks says he's watching Lecker-Mackey with his first of the preseason. The Canucks down 2-1. Shorty, Tomlinson, and Mora when we come back to Saddledome.
NHL Breakaway lets you collect highlights from your favorite players and teams with these officially licensed digital collectibles. NHL Breakaway. Make history yours.
The Ferrero Rocher chocolate bar. Crunchy hazelnuts, smooth chocolate, creamy filling. Make any moment worth celebrating. Ferrero Rocher.
Get Advil Liquid Gels for fast and effective relief. And conquer your tough pain and fevers with the power of Liquid Fast Relief. Try Advil Liquid Gels and get liquid fast relief.
You got better things to do than clean out clogged gutters. Call Leaf Filter today and never clean out clogged gutters again.
Leaf Filter's technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good. Guaranteed. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.ca.
It's incredible what my Food Saver vacuum sealer can do. Easy meal prep. Amazing how fresh the salmon is. Food stays fresh up to 5 times longer, saving me thousands in groceries. Food Saver saves money, time, and flavor.
Welcome to the Waiverhood.
The Wayfair vibe at our place is Western.
My thing, darling, shine. Gardening. Some of us go for the dramatic.
How didn't I know Wayfair had vanities in tile? Oh!
This? Yeah. Do you have any ottomans without legs?
Sean, you'll flip for the poop cart. In the Waiverhood, there's a place for all of us.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Another night in with your best friend. Maybe watching the game or just enjoying some downtime. But if your night in involves alcohol or drugs, please remember that impaired driving is both dangerous and illegal. If you're thinking about heading out, be sure to book a ride, call a cab, or take public transit. And if you decide to stay in after all, well, maybe it's because best friends don't let best friends drink and drive. Thanks for helping to keep our roads safe. Arrive alive. Drive sober.
This is where the ground breaks. What's never been done is what we do. It takes a city to change the world.
Flames 2, Canucks 1 as we get set for the second period here in Calgary. Flames successful with what seems like a strategy, get the puck to the point, maybe get a rebound chance, a couple of goals that way. But Artur Shilov's faced 13 shots, stopped 11 of them. He was pretty sharp.
He was. The busier of the two goaltenders, and he's going to need some more help from his defenseman. But he is very athletic, and one of the things you'll see is he's looking through traffic, trying to find that puck. And when it does get through to him, see if he can't slow the pace down as Calgary just firing from everywhere, and he stopped 11 of 13.
At the other end, Jonathan Lekarmaki down the road at some point will explain to his grandchildren the beautiful snipe he had for his first goal as a Vancouver Canuck. Here's how it really looked.
Yeah, and what I like about this play is that he stays above the puck when he thinks there's a turnover and then goes right to his scoring area. Daniel Sprong does the lifting of the stick. There's the shot. Again, you put it towards the net, you never know what's going to happen. You don't really plan for the up and over, but it counts. And he got the Canucks on the board. And I thought that gave them some energy for the last part of that first period.
That goal, 8:35, cut the deficit in half, and that's where we stand. Calgary 2, Vancouver 1 as we embark on period number 2 here at Scotiabank Saddledome. Desharnais to center. Höglander just sidestepped his own teammate Connor Garland. Flames bring the puck the other way. Backlund sends it behind the goal. Now picks it up in the near corner. Blue line feed. Anderson with a shot blocked by Garland. That hurt. Got him in the right foot, I think. And Connor Garland is on the limp, but he stays out there as the Flames send the puck back into Vancouver territory.
Talked about the Flames going from low to high.
Now they steal the puck. Huberdeau right off the bench, and he's poke check going to the net. Garland's still struggling. He wants to get out of there. And the Canucks send the puck out, but it's flipped right back in by Calgary, and Connor Garland has to stay on the ice. Kept into the blue line by the Flames. Now intercepted, and Desharnais will send one ahead. Max Sassen to Nils Höglander. He's checked, but following up is Desharnais to send the puck in on Dan Vladar. Garland finally able to get to the Vancouver bench after that painful shot block. Here's Sharon Govich for Calgary. Tried to throw one in front, blocked by Lekarmaki. Flames get the puck back. Sent to the right point. Braden Pahal, who opened the scoring in this game. Intercepting is Pettersson. Gets the puck past the point man. Lekarmaki giving chase. Pahal gets there first. And sweeps the puck around. Kept in by Elias Pettersson as he crashed into the boards while making that play. Puck thrown in front. Oman is there, but it never got through to him. Good defensive play there by Sam Honzik. And now the puck is outside the line to center. Backhanded in by Elias Pettersson. Backhanded out by Elias Pettersson as the puck went over the glass.
Well, Connor Garland does the right play by getting right out to the defenseman. It's Rasmus Andersson lower to the shot. It hits him off the right foot, just in the laces. Boy, that can sting. And he toughed it out for the rest of that shift, but the good is that he hustled in a straight line right out to the defenseman and blocked the shot. The bad is that thing's going to swell up on him.
Flames with the puck in their own zone. Anderson, who took that shot, controls behind his own net. 2 minutes into the second period. Ferk deflects the puck in from center. Shilovs tried to leave for Mark Friedman. That didn't work, but Shilov's able to send the puck to Akito Hirose. His pass was out of the reach of Vilmer Ulrichsen, and the Flames set it up behind the goal to Ferk. Blue line feed, Uyghur. Wrist shot through traffic. Stop. Loose puck. Poke to the side. Flames get it back to the line. Miramonov. Uyghur shoots. Stopped by Shilovs. And this time he's able to smother the puck and get the whistle after the shot previous to that got away from him and gave him a little bit of trouble.
Really good job by Akito Hirose at the front of the net to help out Shilovs. Again, the theme in this game is shots from the point through to the front. But Hirose is able to back Sam Honzik away from that puck that just sat in the blue paint. And then finally covered up.
Akito Hirose played 3 games for the Canucks at the start of last year. He's played 10 career as Shilov stops another shot from the line. I notice his brother Taro Hirose, who played 60 career games with Detroit, is now playing overseas for Munich. Your old league, I suppose.
Jawohl, that's in the DEL.
Dave Tomlinson, Mannheim legend.
Keep going.
You went to BU, didn't you? I heard that somewhere.
Boston University, where the Canucks' Tom Wielander is playing this season. The puck goes out of play, and see Rick Tocchet and calm behind the bench, makes sure to instill the work ethic to his players. And that man he's talking with there, that's Yogi Svejkovsky, promoted to assistant coach for the Vancouver Canucks after being the skills coach last year.
Here's a shot by Susi right off the draw, handled by Dan Vladar. Yogi Svejkovsky, you're not going to find a more popular figure in lower mainland hockey circles. I mean, he's done it all, and there's so many people that he's had an impact on their kids or themselves, whatever, moving up through the ranks.
Yeah, if your kids are between the ages of 2 and 20, he's probably ran a practice along the way. The 47-year-old was actually a first rounder of the Capitals back in '96. Then he got into the coaching with the Vancouver Giants, some academies, skills coaching, practices, you name it, he's done it.
Here's Sandy Blais trying to get behind the defense. That was broken up. Puck off the stick of Uyghur and out to center. Desharnais under pressure from Klapka. A couple big boys there. Rooney tying up the puck as Klapka knocked Desharnais down away from the puck, and tit for tat there in the corner. They may not be done yet. Canucks come up with the puck. Set up the near side and out to center. Nielsen, body by Grishnikov. Ty Mueller moves in after the puck. Rooney back to pick it up. Now a hit on the far boards as Nielsen stepped into his man, Ryan Lomberg. Elias Pettersson shoots the puck in. Canucks are offside here, and they'll blow it down as Atu Ratu kept moving towards the puck.
Sammy Blais getting physical, just couldn't get onside on the tail end of that play, but in Seattle he was physical. And that's what they're looking for from him. Almost had a goal off his foot, went off the post, did not count. But on a PTO, wanting to turn that into an NHL contract either in Vancouver or somewhere else.
Long shot by Coleman. And that's handled by Artur Shilovs. Flames not shy to throw pucks on net. And that's their 17th shot on goal thus far in this game. Canucks have had 13 on Dan Vladar. Canucks in Edmonton Monday to take on the Oilers. Then they play their final preseason game at home on the 4th against the same Oilers. Before starting the regular season, as Murph mentioned earlier, on the 9th, Rogers Arena against these Calgary Flames. Icing call here. They'll face off again in the Vancouver zone. Good to see Connor Garland back out after he was shaken up on his last shift on that shot block, but he's on the ice here and will be part of the defensive structure to contest this draw in the Vancouver zone.
Garland was just so consistent last year with his work ethic. Played every single game for the Canucks, 20 goals, 47 points. And really, you know, likes to spin when he gets that puck, fight people off, and the offense is always there.
He's got the puck. Lost it in his skates and was checked. It's onto the stick of Noah Juleson. And he turns in his own zone before sending one ahead. That hit the linesman and ricocheted over the Calgary blue line.
There's Ryan Gibbons in front of the Calgary bench.
Gibbons and Caleb Apperson, the linesmen for this game. Cody Beach and Garrett Rank are the referees. Calgary called for icing. Face off back into the Flame zone. Murph.
Well, fellas, tonight's Canucks for Kids Fun 50-50 raffle is live. Tickets available till the end of the second intermission. You can buy them at VancouverCanucks5050.com.
I didn't play in Germany or go to BU, but I have won the 50-50. Sprong tried a shot. That was blocked by Coleman. I think there's a lot of interest in the lower mainland. Anytime the puck is on number 91 stick, they've heard all about this shot of Daniel Sprong. Want to see it not just unleashed, but get through and test the goaltender. He had that wonderful individual effort in Abbotsford the other night. Here's Max Sasson with a shot. He just whipped it high and wide on the short side as he was sent in on the left wing. Lekermaki digs for the puck. Anthony Mantha gets it, sends it past Sprong and down to the Vancouver blue line.
I asked Sprong to compare his shot to Ovechkin's because they're both right-hand shots with that big curve at the toe and only tape the front part of the stick. And he said, Ovechkin's got the heavier shot and it works its way through. He goes, but mine's more accurate.
That's confidence.
I wasn't about to argue with him.
Here's Mantha. Check by Oman, who lost his stick making that play. Ulrichsen gets the puck. Well, stood up by Weegar, who belted him to the ice. They go their separate ways. DiGiuseppe's back for the puck. Flames the two biggest hits of the game thus far. Klopka on Oman, and now Weegar on big Vilmer Ulrichsen. DiGiuseppe puts it off the glass and out. Ty Mueller giving chase. Pahal gets there first. Connor Zary passes to an open wing at center. Mueller dishes back, and there's a Vancouver penalty coming up here. Too many players on the ice, I think. You saw Soucy hustling to the bench to try to get away from the officials' view. Meanwhile, it was Weegar and Ulrichsen, and the Flames now going to the power play.
Did you know PetSmart Treats members are always saving? I'm talking new offers you can activate every single week. You can use Treats points to save on future purchases. Activate offers with just one click in the PetSmart app. Download the app right now and start saving today.
Now or Change will honor 100 years of the Royal Canadian Air Force's ability to master any aircraft and push our nation ever closer to the stars. Find the limited edition Royal Canadian Air Force $2 coin today.
Welcome to a world with subscription phone plans. Public Mobile. Different is calling.
I love your building. Is anything for sale?
Oh, shut the front door. My son is in real estate. Andy DJs. And how are you fixed for supplements? He does it all.
RE/MAX agents don't stranger-splain. They explain with exactly the advice you need.
Mackenzie Weegar with a big hit on Vilmer Ulrichsen. 46 for the Canucks. Looks up, knows he's going to get hit, mishandles the puck, and then gets put to the ice. Carson Soucy comes up for a little cross-check, and we'll see some confusion at the bench. Players racing on, and the Canucks had an extra defenseman out there, so too many men on the ice. Calgary gets their first power play.
Tristan Nielsen will serve the bench mire. Canucks cleaned that up in the latter half of last year. They had some too many men issues there for a series of games. Something Rick Tocchet wasn't pleased with, but they did manage to get it under control. Flames set up their first power play of the game, looking to restore their 2-goal lead. Huberdeau down low, puck centered, stopped by Shilovs on a quick bang-bang play there. Flames set it up to Furk, and he didn't waste much time getting the shot away. Shilovs with a nice stop. Furk battles for the puck on the far side. Sharon Govich sends it around, but nobody home. And Achu Ratu's able to poke the puck out into the Calgary end and head to the Vancouver bench.
Really don't want to give up a shot right from that spot in the middle of the slot. Try to keep the puck to the outside, or passes to the outside. The Flames do a good job of getting it there.
Here's Honzek backhanding the puck behind the net. Desharnais shoots it around. Kept in by Huberdeau for a moment, now cleared out by Connor Garland, and he'll hustle to try to get there ahead of Mackenzie Weegar. He does. He's got DiGiuseppe in front. Here's Garland centering DiGiuseppe in too deep. Couldn't get a shot away. Just couldn't corral the puck cleanly and get it into the open side. And by the time he had control, he was below the goal line.
Well, he's a left-hand shot, and so he's got to hold that stick behind him. And Garland was trying to lead him for a quick little push of the puck, and instead it's to his backhand off his foot, and that That's unfortunate.
30 seconds to go on the power play. As Zary moves in after the puck. Flames had it for a moment at the side, but it's taken away by Friedman, who shoots it all the way down on Dan Vladar.
I was going to say, Giuseppe's had a couple of in-tight chances and just not able to test the goaltender.
Here's Backlund off the skate of Friedman, following up as Anderson, but Mantha's way offside. Puck comes all the way around and out. Under 10 seconds to go in the Calgary power play. 8 minutes gone, second period. Flames lead 2-1. Grushnikov sends the puck in as the Canucks get back to full strength. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. There's a shot ripped wide. As Grushnikov missed the net, but now they send it in from the near side, and it's tipped past Shilovs. I think it was Blake Coleman in the end who got it into the side of the net. And the Flames, right after the power play came to an end, get that third goal and are back up by 2.
Things looked to be okay when Shilovs went behind the net, but the puck gets away from the Canucks, brings all the way around, and when it's thrown towards the net, 2 sticks are in there. But it's Blake Coleman right there above Connor Zary. And Shilovs can't react in time. The theme of the night continues. Shots from the point, troubling the goaltender, and Calgary has got the third goal for them.
Now there's going to be a penalty to Connor Garland, I think, for a hit on Grushnikov, and the Flames respond to that. They're calling it interference. I guess maybe the puck wasn't there, but they're not done yet down deep in the Calgary zone. Seconds after the Flames' third goal, it looks like Calgary's going back to the power play as Connor Garland puts his team shorthanded.
Yeah, I think it's Höglander, as a matter of fact, on that forecheck.
Oh, pardon me, was it? You're right.
2 minutes for interference.
You're absolutely right.
Grushnikov has been involved in things in a wonky way. The puck that Lekkerimäki scored went off his foot, and that's an interference call against Höglander. And then there's the 2 sticks at the front of the net. Coleman's celebration says it was his. And now Calgary's going to get a power play. Their second one of the night.
Didn't score on the first one, but counted right after. Rick talking in conversation with Garrett Rank, with his team short-handed again. Flames win the draw. Huberdeau fakes the shot, dishes off. Here's Weegar. Passes to Furk. He shoots, blocked by Desharnais. Martin Furk gets the puck again. Hanzik around for Huberdeau. Here's Sharangovich all the way across. Furk open. Tried to go back across the grain for Huberdeau. And Canucks, good job to get a stick on that and tip the puck over the glass for a whistle.
Well, the benefit of being 6'7" and having a long reach. It's Desharnais I'm talking about. And he's signaling, hey, the puck's going to go over there. And as he's shifting over, he reaches between the hash marks with the backhand of the stick to deflect that puck. We've seen Calgary a couple of times now move it across and then bump it right to the top of the slot. So Desharnais figured that one out.
Ratu on the right hand with the face-off, and he wins another one. After Sharangovich was waved out, Ratu won it away from Hanzik. And Carson Soucy sends the puck off the glass and down the ice. Vladar forced to cover, with Connor Garland making a beeline for the crease. And the Flames, with the power play, will have to face off deep in their own zone.
In Ratu's game against Seattle in Vancouver, we already mentioned he was 14 for 18 on the face-off. He won 9 of 10 in the offensive zone and was 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, and he just won a big face-off there that Soucy was able to put down the ice, and now the Flames have to deal with starting in their own end on their power play.
Weegar picks up the puck off the draw. Canucks pressuring, but Calgary controls, and here's Hanzik to center. Puck got away from him. Sasson was pressuring, and the Flames have to regroup with their own blue line. Calgary's third goal scored Coleman from Pahal and Grushnikov. So Pahal has a goal and an assist in this game. And the Flames leading 3-1. They've got just over a minute remaining in this power play. First of the preseason for Coleman. Flames having trouble moving through center. Now Hanzik shoots the puck in. cut off by Shilovs into the corner. Hirose off the glass and all the way down the ice.
That's some better communication between the goaltender and the defenseman.
Flames down to 35 seconds to go in their power play. They're going to be called for icing here as that pass intended for Zary was way out of his reach, and they'll face off in the Calgary zone.
There's Captain Michael Backlund, who's trying to chase that puck down, and then Blake Coleman, you mentioned his 30 goals this past season, career high for him, 54 points, also a career high from Plano, Texas.
30 was 8 more than his previous best. Two-time Stanley Cup winner, Tampa.
He was traded from the Devils to Tampa for Adam Foote's son, Nolan, and a first-rounder.
Flames move in. Here's Anderson. Anthony Mantha. Down into the corner. Good pressure there from Soucy on Coleman. Now Soucy intercepts him. Good penalty-killing shift for him there as he clears the puck out. Just 10 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Nils Höglander.
And the biggest key is getting it all the way down the ice.
Mantha up the left wing. Here's Zary cutting in. Slap shot stopped by Shilovs. Got his left pad on that one. Canucks are back to full strength. Höglander's out of the box. Game remains 3-1 Calgary. We're in the second half of the second period. That hit a Calgary player going to the bench. Could have been too many. But play goes on as Juleson goes back for the puck. Here's Pettersson. Towards Garland. He's checked by Lomberg. Rooney brings the puck ahead. Juleson knocks him to the ice. Klapkin on the forecheck. Pettersson trying to stay with him. Tried to swing on goal. Did Klapka. Juleson intercepts. Now Elias Pettersson chips the puck out as he took a hit from Klapka. Bounced off that. Puck out to center. Lomberg banks it into the Vancouver zone. Flames are offside, but they're able to tag up.
It's going to be a long shift for Elias Pettersson and Noah Juleson.
Canucks will be able to change as Garland takes a lead pass. Here's Ratu. Scores! Canucks 2-on-1 from the blue line in. Garland to Ratu, who took his time, picked his spot, and he's got the Canucks back within one.
What a wonderful stretch pass up ice as the Flames are caught changing and the Canucks are on a 2-on-1. This is Höglander to Garland. He's got to settle the puck. And then the same for Ratu. Gets it, stick handles, and then past the glove side. Grushnikov couldn't react in time, nor could Vladar. And Dan Vladar sees that one go past the left side of the body, and the Canucks inch back. It's 3-2 Calgary.
11:19, the time of the second Vancouver goal. Here's Hirose deep in his own zone. Weegar down from the blue line to keep the puck deep in Vancouver territory. Now Mantha with a shot stopped by Shilovs. Daniel Sprong turns the other way. 4 Canucks through center. Sprong in. Tried to pass to Sasson, who knocked it down with a high stick. Play goes on as Sharon Govich was next to touch. Puck slides down to the Vancouver blue line. Mark Friedman there ahead of Mantha. 8 minutes remaining. Second period. Calgary 3, Vancouver 2. Hirose up the left wing. Sprong steps in. Soft pass. Lekermaki. Fanned as he tried to send one across. Now he's after the puck again. Through his legs and right onto the stick of Rasmus Anderson. Furt. Zary through center. Onto the left wing. Hanley with a shot. Rising on us. Shilovs is going down. Cut him high in the chest, but he was able to fight it off. Now Mueller checked at the Calgary blue line. Soucy intercepts at center. Carson Soucy ahead to Ty Mueller. Nielsen takes the drop pass, cuts in front on the backhand. He's shoveling it wide. Penalty coming up to Calgary. There's a long shot. Didn't get through. Loose puck in front. Flames get it. And there's the whistle. As there was a Canuck taken down in front. Vancouver back within one. Ratu. And the Canucks now headed to the power play.
Ontario, we see you. When everyone else only sees hockey-obsessed Canadians, born wearing skates and sleeping with their sticks, DraftKings Sportsbook knows you're more than just hockey fans. You're hockey fans that like football, hockey fans that like basketball, even hockey fans that like cricket. So scan the QR code to download DraftKings Sportsbook and get closer to all your favorite sports, on or off the ice. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
The all-new Nissan Kicks. Ready for whatever you're into. Get your kicks.
When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut.
Kids have big dreams.
A dancer. Firefighter. A hockey player. I want to be addicted to drugs.
Wait. No kid says that. Addiction is not a choice. It's an illness, and it's treatable. Look past the illness to the person inside. The dreams are still there. Our words, our attitudes can help people with addiction recover and reclaim their dreams.
Anderson in the box for tripping as he accepts the rush coming towards him and then decides he's going to lay out. And right there's the trip on Tristan Nielsen, who's from Fort St. John and had some of his developmental hockey here in Edge School in Calgary.
Puts the Canucks on the power play for the second time in the game. A chance for Vancouver to pull even in this one. Ratu against Backlund on the faceoff. They tie each other up. Flames able to tap the puck back to Uyghur, and he'll wrist it all the way down the ice.
Ratu did his job by tying up, but the wingers have to do a better job of getting in and getting that puck. There's no way it should get knocked back. And Ratu has just had a whale of a game so far.
He'll lead the rush to center, along with Garland, who carries in and sends one to the corner. Sprong gives chase. Ratu picks up the loose puck. Hooks it back for Daniel Sprong, around for Connor Garland. Garland had the puck get away from him. He's able to poke it to Sprong, now to the left point to Lekarmäki. Jonathan Lekarmäki carries down, bottom of the circle, feeds back. Susi, right side, Sprong takes a look. Daniel Sprong with a shot blocked. And the puck is backhanded out by Backlund down into the Vancouver zone.
And hit Uyghur, and he got hit back in the first period in the hand. He's gonna maybe next time move out of the way. Preseason and all.
On the limp on that one. Here's Ratu and Garland through center again. Offside as the pass was a little tight to Lekarmäki. He was preceded over the blue line by teammates.
And just that extra pass slows things down. Daniel Sprong is going to get this on his off wing, and Uyghur's going to turn his skates. That's going to hit him inside of the right knee. Outside of the right knee. Right knee nonetheless.
Power play continues for the Canucks. Just under a minute remaining in the minor penalty to Rasmus Andersson as Pahal sends the puck the length of the ice. Horosik starts from behind his own goal. Akito Horosik banks one back. Friedman poke check to the line. Good job here from Sharon Govich, but Höglander able to steal the puck back. Now he finds Ty Mueller is in on the left wing. Down for Max Sasson, who drops back for Mueller. Feeds to the middle. Susi with room. Slap shot off a stick. And over top of the goal, that was Kevin Rooney. He was able to tip it over the net. Now Susi in front. Höglander is stopped by Vladar. Flames clear. And that should do it for the power play. Anderson returns to the ice. Both teams now 0 for 2 with a man advantage.
That's a real smart play by Susi. He's going to go down for icing, but the front of the net finds Höglander, who presented his stick.
Good save by Vladar on that play. Here's how it looked.
Watch Höglander. He's going to present the stick. There's the deflection. Almost goes through the knee pads of Vladar.
Flames off the icing face-off. Won the draw, but the puck deflects out to center. Hanley up the middle. Canucks break that up. But the puck is stolen back by Kelchik. Zeri tried to move it in. Out of his net is Shilovs up the near side for Sammy Blais. He was checked, and now a chance right in front. Huberdeau missed the net. Canucks got a little confused there. Puck was a hot potato, and Huberdeau was glad to accept. Now a lead pass for Giuseppe, who's trying to outleg the icing, but they're going to bring the face-off back into the Vancouver zone.
This is going to move up to the right wing, but doesn't get out, as the Canucks lose their tracks in getting to that puck on the left wing. So another face-off in zone.
Oman against Backlund on the draw to the right of Shilovs. Backlund wins it, back to Uyghur. Moves to the middle. Wrist shot, stopped by Shilovs, who steered that puck to the corner. Backlund tried to center, that was blocked. Now Blais, checked by Uyghur, can't move the puck out. Oman trying to help out, Flames keep it in. Hansen gets a return pass, and then Backlund going to the net, just tipped it wide. As Hansen tried to put it on his stick, and Flames didn't miss by much. Here's Backlund to Hansen. Sam Hansen protects the puck. Canucks knock it away. And it's flipped out to center. Giuseppe giving chase. Chopped away from him and back to the Vancouver blue line. Sammy Blais able to corral the puck and send it down into the Calgary zone, allowing the Canucks to start a change.
Yeah, it feels like they just survived that shift.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the second. Calgary leading 3-2. Uyghur. Pass up the middle. Eventually onto the stick of Klapka, who turns inside the line. Adam Klapka, long shot, he scores. This strategy continues to pay dividends as Klapka fired that one from well out. It's into the net, and it's 4-2 Calgary.
Started all with a set breakout by the Flames, and then they chased down the puck. After it's deflected here to Klapka, he doesn't have a play, so he curls and then fires with that traffic in front. Rooney and Elias Pettersson taking away the eyes of Shilovs. This is up over the glove shoulders. Shilovs goes to the left and then to the right with his view. And as soon as he moves to his blocker side, looking, it goes past the glove, and the Flames have got back their 2-goal lead.
And pass stops play. Adam Klapka has his 3rd goal of the preseason. And the Flames at home are back up by 2.
This program is brought to you in part by Molson. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
And we're live. I am so excited.
It's easy to go live and sell with Posh Shows. Connect with millions of buyers, make sales, and earn big. Get started in 2 clicks. Posh Shows, the new way to sell on Poshmark.
Today, you took delicious Centrum multi-gummies and took one more step toward taking charge of your health with essential vitamins and minerals for energy metabolism and immune support. So every day, you can say, with Centrum multi-gummies.
Thursday on Sportsnet 1.
Max Sasson, a lot more comfortable in this his second camp, says the Sedin twins have been instrumental in his education. As for one current player has helped greatly, how about JT Miller? Sasson saying, I can't say enough good things about JT and how good he is to all the young guys. He's helping us out, making jokes and stuff in the locker room, making sure everyone feels included and like they should be out there. Now the question is, gents, when will JT be out there? The head coach saying pregame he'll play in the final preseason game for sure, and perhaps Monday as well.
Got that shorty Monday.
I lose track of time.
Edmonton. In Edmonton.
May not be that night, but when they wrap up against the Oilers at home, it sounds like Miller's going to be in that one for sure. Icing called here against Calgary. And they'll bring the face-off down. Archer Shilov's in goal for the Canucks. There was some talk they might split this game. Nikita Tolopilo is the backup for this one. Might see him in the third pair. We're not sure exactly what the plan is, but we'll keep an eye on that with 3 minutes remaining here in the second.
Well, Tolopilo at 6'6", 229 pounds, takes up a lot of the net. Will he get there?
Backed up for one game in the playoffs last year in Nashville, and the Canucks ran into their injury problems. Here's Klapka centering. Lomberg couldn't make contact. Niels Oman the other way, up the middle. Soucy takes the pass and flips the puck deep into the Calgary zone. Flames send it up the middle. Rooney steps to the outside. Finds Mantha, flips the puck forward. Lomberg giving chase. Friedman gets the puck ahead of him, and they tie each other up in the corner. 2.5 to go in the second. Soucy to the side. Ulrichsen sends the puck out. Here's Hanley. Ahead for Lomberg, who's at the end of his shift, tips the puck in and heads to the bench. Soucy under pressure. Sharon Govich is in there. Mantha as well. Jonathan Huberdeau, the third member of this forward line for the Flames. Miramanov with the blue line. Mantha. Hanley. Huberdeau couldn't reach that pass. Flames maintain control. Hanley, long shot deflected. And stopped by Shilovs as Sharon Govich tipped that one down, and it bounced through to the Vancouver goaltender, who had to be sharp.
And he was wide open to do so as Canucks got a little fatigued. Friedman and Soucy lose track. Hanley's just trying to get it through, and there's Sharon Govich with the tip down, bouncing up to a well-positioned Shilovs. See the two defensemen are shading to the right. And Shilovs is open, or pardon me, Sharon Govich, who led the Flames with 31 goals last year, gets that stick on the puck.
31 goals was one more than Blake Coleman. 59 points was second to Nazem Kadri's 75. Sharon Govich, who came over in the Tyler Toffoli trip. He's moved on a couple times since. Here's Ty Mueller taking a long lead pass. Cuts in front. Stopped by Vladar. Good patience there from Ty Mueller, who took that long stretch pass and then dragged to the middle and tested the Calgary goaltender.
Yeah, another successful long stretch pass by the Canucks.
That was Elias Pettersson.
Yes, and then the toe dragged away. Good patience, but just can't pick a corner. That's called stick handling in the hip pocket when you pull it back like that for the defenseman to slide out of the way. And seeing the replay on the new big screen here in Calgary. Ty Mueller.
Canucks win a face-off in the Calgary zone. Höglander checked along the boards by Pahal. Coleman across. Khrushchevnikov from his own side of center. And icing waved off here. Stay safe. Pelche had a step on Jules. Canucks send one ahead. Garland giving chase. Gets the puck in the corner. Canucks are changing as Garland tries to buy some time. Pahal intercepts, gives it away to Höglander, but he mishandled the puck. Coleman trying to move through center, checked by Desharnais. Now the puck's behind Desharnais. Onto it is Pelche in front for Backlund. Bit of a scrambly rush there, and Canucks were able to stave it off.
Yeah, good back check by Höglander all the way to help out his defenseman.
Near turnover there by Calgary. Sprong was lurking. We're in the final minute of the second period. Flames leading 4-2. Third time they've had a 2-goal lead. Lekkerimäki with a bouncing shot. Vladar in trouble with it. Missed it with the glove, but got the left leg to keep it out. Almost another weird one for Jonathan Lekkerimäki. Got the Canucks' first goal of this game after Calgary jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Icing waved off here.
I like that he's not shy to try to get it towards the net. If it's through a defender, around a defender, and Lekkerimäki with the one goal back in the first period with the bouncer almost replicated that again.
Flames will escape the second period with a 2-goal lead. as they outscored the Canucks 2-1 in the middle frame after doing the same in the opening period. Blake Coleman and Adam Klapka, Calgary goals, with Atu Ratu sandwiching one in between. It's Calgary by a couple.
And the Canucks having most of their success through 2 periods with long stretch passes to forwards, catching the Flames on bad changes. Created a 2-on-1 that Atu Ratu was able to capitalize on, but they'll have to step it up in the third.
Flames by a couple after 40 minutes. Martine and Jesse will be back with an update in our second intermission. Ryan Leslie, Sportsnet Zone from the Calgary division. He'll be by with Dan Murphy in our second intermission with the Flames leading the Canucks 4-2.
NHLShop.ca, the official online store of the NHL and Canada's largest selection of authentic NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer.
NHLShop.ca, the official online store of the National Hockey League and Canada's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. With unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.ca, a Fanatics experience.
Whatever your day throws at you, Kids Eat Free is back at Boston Pizza to turn it all around. With free kids meals and family fun all September long. Plus, Mario and Friends are taking over with an exclusive kids booklet and more. All free with minimum purchase all month long.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th with exclusive savings just for Prime members. You'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
Frosted Flakes good? They're great. Great.
Still great, huh?
They're great.
Excel. Do what feels fresh.
Welcome to an electric car commercial. Wait, that is a Subaru. Where are you taking me? Electric vehicles belong in the city. They are quiet, pristine, but this is exceptionally capable. This is good, clean fun. The all-electric Subaru Solterra.
At OLG, we know guidance can make things more fun.
I'm having fun.
Me too. And a little advice is a good thing. Hands up. Much better. Advice helps you avoid unnecessary risk.
Right.
And avoid bigger mistakes. Cool. So OLG has Play Smart to teach you the rules, set limits, and help you play smarter. Break time?
Break time.
Play Smart. With you every step of the play.
It isn't the heavy trays that make the job difficult, or the fast pace you need to keep up. It's not working another double because someone called in sick. What makes the job tough is the moment you realize a customer has had enough, and you have to make that decision not to overserve. Refusing service isn't personal, it's the law. We know it's not easy, but we're counting on you to keep us all safe. Thank you, servers, for doing the tough job.
Hey everyone, welcome inside our Sportsnet Central studio. Martine and Jesse here with you once again for another update. 9 games in the NHL this Saturday, Martine. It's not quite, I know, but it kind of feels like it's almost a good Saturday.
You know what? A lot of preseason action, a lot of fiery results. Let's show you what's going on between the Oilers and Kraken. 3 minutes into this one, Connor McDavid, the backhanded pass to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who scores his first of the preseason. So the Oilers are on the board first. A little later, with the game now tied at 1, Noah Phillip runs into his own goaltender, Calvin Pickard, and flattens him. Pickard shaken up. He would leave this hockey game. We've seen a few injuries to some key players this preseason. We need to drop the puck for real, right? Then looking to make amends, Phillip goes hard to the net, puts it up and over Philip Grubauer, and that will tie the game at 2 later on in the second period. It's Matthias Ekholm. who will score his first of the preseason, his second point of the game. So the Oilers pull within one. It is a 4-3 score after 40 minutes of play.
Bruins and Flyers, early second period. We're tied at 1. Flyers power play off the turnover. Trent Frederick feeds Matthew Poitras. He roofs it. Shorthanded goal gives Boston a 2-1 lead. That's a snipe. Not long after, Philly power play. Ollie Lixell spots Matvei Michkov. Going to be a lot of fun. Watch this kid, excuse me, this season. That's his second of the preseason already. Ties it back up at 2s. We need overtime to find a winner, and in OT, there is more from Michkov.
Konechny to the puck. He's got it. Konechny heading up the ice. Gets it to Michkov. Michkov hit across the line. He waits. He looks. He fires. He scores! Matvei Mania is here.
Yeah, the 7th overall pick from 2023. 2 goals Saturday. 6 points in 3 preseason games. He might be my pick for the Calder, Martin. Just might.
All right. You heard it here first. Kings and Ducks first period. The Kings with 4 on 3. Lucas Dostal makes the stop, but it falls to Alex Laferriere. Second straight game with a goal for him. The Kings have a 1-0 lead. Then in the second period, with the Kings shorthanded, Adrian Kempe to Anze Kopitar. He scores. He had 26 goals last season. The Kings leading 2-1. Then in the third period, Kempe forcing the turnover. It's Kopitar centering it, and Laferriere buries his second of the game. And the Kings pick up their second preseason victory. It was a 3-2 final.
And a friendly reminder, Kraft Hockeyville from Elliott Lake, Ontario is on Sunday. The game featuring the Penguins and the Senators can be seen at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1, or stream it on Sportsnet, plus a little Northern Ontario hockey action tomorrow.
What a thrill it will be for all the hockey fans in that community. All right, we're going to head back to Saddle Dome with third period action coming your way. Calgary leading the Canucks 4-2. Enjoy.
Monday, Vancouver and Edmonton collide in a preseason face-off. What a beauty! Canucks, Oilers, Monday on Sportsnet.
It is not necessary to dial a one.
You could trace your story back to a fishing village in Norway. Or if you're lucky, you might even find a new living relative. Get to know your family story. Order your DNA kit at Ancestry.ca.
What was that?
Nothing. Gorilla Super Glue.
Brush for edge-to-edge coverage and nozzle for precise application all in one. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey!
Zach!
Oh, wow, I didn't think you'd remember me.
Yeah, of course. As soon as I saw you, I'm like, it's Zach. Nobody looks like Zach.
I am genius.
Dad, where do bunnies live? How tall can trees grow? Where does the sun go at night?
The all-new, fully redesigned 2025 Subaru Forester. Trust the real search engine.
Where do babies come from?
Everything feels broken in Canada. Unaffordable, unsafe, divided. But we can put the pieces back together. With a government that lives within its means, leaves more in your pocket, and lets you get ahead. That protects our streets and unites our people. In the Canada we know and love. Common sense. Let's bring it home.
Trouble seeing the road? Get free Goodyear hybrid wiper blades with every oil change. A $50 value when you redeem your coupon. It's Mr. Lube plus Tires Change Your Oil, Change Your Wipers event. Get your coupon at MrLube.com.
Is that our luggage rack?
I fixed that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive with a rugged outer shell for a hold that lasts. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Well, through 2 periods here in Calgary, and the Flames, just like in the first period, outscored the Canucks 2-1 in the second period. They're up 2 through 40 minutes. And so pleased now to be joined by my counterpart here in Calgary, Ryan Leslie, a Canucks friend of the program, Flames Insider, Hockey Night in Canada host, and the host of Flames Hockey. And so I want to start with this, more of a somber note, but I think the hockey world is still coming to grips with the passing of the Gaudreau brothers. And it's a young man that you got to know for close to a decade here in Calgary, a beloved figure, him and his family. So when you think back, what are your lasting memories of Johnny Hockey?
Pardon me. Well, first of all, it's an unspeakable tragedy that the hockey world is familiar with. Boy, some great photos here, but this is when he won the Lady Byng in Vegas, and that kind of shows you everything. This guy didn't have an enemy across the league. Everybody loved him. What do I think about? I think about that smile. I think about that personality, just how lovable he was. And you know, those two brothers, so close. And, of course, his new chapter in Columbus there, that was something. And he's got those gloves. He gave me those gloves for my 50th after he had lost a bet because he would bet me during the intermissions, Murph, that I couldn't work in certain words. I'm sure some of your buddies do that every now and then. He bet me once that I couldn't say popsicle in an intermission. He and Meredith would be watching during the intermissions. I worked it in. He gave me the gloves, signed them up. Obviously near and dear to my heart, especially these days. So I just loved his infectious personality. And we used to play a little game called Hair or No Hair, and he was winning, but that's what it looked like when I had his hair superimposed on me. So a great sport who was always wonderful in interviews. There was about a month or so a few years ago where he would say at the end of one of my boring interviews with him, like where I would ask dumb questions, and at the very end he'd just say, yeah, great interview, Ryan, and he'd walk away. It was great. I miss him. So many people miss him. So many people here at the Saddle Dome miss him. Coming up to me just with some memories here tonight. It was, you know, just so difficult to think about, so difficult to wrap your head around. Still doesn't seem real. You mentioned the family, John's parents, and Jane and Guy, and of course Meredith, their children. There's just so many layers to this that are just so hard to comprehend. He will be missed. I love that I'm hearing some of his former teammates, current teammates, talking about all those memories, how they want to keep it alive. And that's, I think, the way it should be. And everybody's got some great memories. It didn't matter if you're in and around hockey, if you're a fan, if you're even outside of those two worlds. If you kind of came across him, you loved him.
Good stuff. This current edition of the team, we've seen Hanifin go, Markstrom go, Tanev go. So clearly people are going to think rebuild. But you've got some veterans here.
You do.
Kadri and Huberdeau and Uyghur and Coleman. So how do you balance that with the rebuild?
Yeah, well, you still need those veterans, don't you? It doesn't matter who you are. You need those veterans, and they've been just that veteran presence, that veteran leadership. Boy, I was really impressed last year with what we saw out of Nazem Kadri. He just showed what a pro was all about. When, you know, we were seeing a lot of people exit, he was a pro. He dealt with everything. He played great. He was a real leader. Same goes with Blake Coleman. And you mentioned Mackenzie Weegar. Those guys had career numbers. While things were, you know, they're saying goodbye to teammates. That's not easy. Those guys have shown, and I know Jonathan Huberdeau is determined to turn things around, but he has faced the music. He has not ducked from it. That sends a great message to the young players. That's how you handle yourself as a pro. Those four guys that you mentioned are just examples for these younger players that the Flames are going to have to lean on, but those veterans show you how it's done, and they're still carrying the mail here.
Well, 30 seconds left here. Let's take a look at three of those young players that they have, three former first-round picks who could be making some noise for this team.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Coronado's had a really good preseason. Sam Honzek leading the preseason in goals. Connor Zary, 14 goals last year. I really like this kid. I think he's got a little jam to him. I think, you know, he knows he's got to do it in the sophomore year. He's got to find another gear. But those are a couple of, three really promising players. Zary's doing it at this level. The other two, boy, I've really been shocked at what we've seen out of Honzek. He was a first-round pick a year ago. Folks in Vancouver know him from his time there in junior, and Matt Coronado is a first-round pick that has a real pro shot. Time will tell about those other two guys, Murph, but what we're seeing from Connor's area is really great, and there's a personality, too. You get the sense that he's got it.
It's nice that you have to answer the questions every once in a while, you know?
And you're sitting in the seat. You're here. It's great to have you here.
Exactly. Well, it's great to talk to you, Ryan. I can't wait to talk to you more throughout the season as we watch this preseason contest between the Canucks and the Flames. It's the home team right now. It's got a 2-goal lead. More to come from Saddle Dome when we return to Calgary.
This is the new Big Arch. It's the most McDonald's you can have in a burger. And the most burger you can have in a McDonald's.
There's a place where it's all happening. Where more people are working today than ever before, taking home bigger paychecks.
When you live with diabetes, confidence comes from knowing your glucose levels and where they're headed.
You can't stop me now.
Manage your diabetes with confidence with Dexcom G7. Visit Dexcom.com to try it for free.
Time keeps on coming, up and all around. I'll keep on running till I get you some.
McCain, together is golden.
That's a big sign.
Well, it's got to be, Bill. Our fiber-powered network is really powerful.
Like how?
Like TV, internet, all fiber-powered.
But what does that mean?
It's super reliable, super fast.
Perfect, I'll take it. I mean the internet and the TV, not the sign.
You got it.
Wow.
Our fiber-powered network is as powerful as it sounds. Just ask your local Cogeco team. Cogeco, your local connection.
If you have a spare one in the back, I don't mind.
Sunday, Pittsburgh goes up against Ottawa in a preseason showdown. Scores! Penguins, Senators, Sunday on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1.
I'm Francesco Mutti, and nobody loves tomatoes as much as I do.
So you can enjoy the freshness and taste of Mutti tomatoes. Mutti, one family, one passion. Tomatoes.
Scotty's.
Finally got the name right. Scotty's.
I saw a hypnotist. He gave me a sneeze trigger.
And whose idea was it to commit these heinous crimes?
Scotty's.
Scotty's.
Goaltending changes at both ends of the ice. The Flames up 4-2 on the Canucks. In comes Devin Cooley for the Flames to replace Dan Vladar, the 27-year-old from Los Gatos, California, who played in Abbotsford last week earlier in the week against the Canucks. And there's Nikita Tolopilo, who applies his trade in Abbotsford for the most part. There's his record with the Canucks Valley style last year, and he takes over from Artur Shilovs here to begin the third period after Shilovs gave up 4 on 24. Vladar stopped 16 of 18. And that's the goaltending matchup the rest of the way, we presume, as Connor Garland brings the puck into the Calgary zone, tries to center. Höglander gets it. As Garland took a spill, puck winds up underneath him. Hanley's all over it. Backlund to the line, kept in by Soucy. Desharnais backhands the puck down for Höglander. Nils Höglander across to Connor Garland. Spins his way to the corner. Taken down in front was Ratu. Pass went right past him. Here's Höglander in the corner. Garland, face-off dot, stopped by Cooley, who fought off that rising wrister off the stick of Connor Garland. Good first shift for the Canucks here. But the Flames relieve the pressure, sending the puck near side. Hanley chips it down to the Vancouver blue line.
Canucks did a good job once they recovered the puck of spreading out so that the Calgary Flames couldn't cover everybody, and Garland sneaks away and gets a good shot on it.
Mantha backhands one ahead. Huberdeau couldn't handle it. Here's Sprong with a step on the right wing. Daniel Sprong moving in with a wrist shot and off the end of the glove of Cooley and wide on the short side. It was Cooley in goal for Sprong's highlight reel effort the other night in Abbotsford. And Cooley was actually shaken up on the plays. He tried to lunge across, do the splits, and stop that brilliant goal by Sprong, who now tried to pass ahead, intercepted by Huberdeau. Miramonov has the puck for Calgary. Both teams changing. Minute 40 into the third. Mantha deflects that one through. And back goes Akito Hirose with the puck. Takes a hit from Rooney, freeing it up for Mark Friedman, who winds up icing the puck, and they'll bring the faceoff back into the Vancouver zone.
Well, a line that seems to be showing their chemistry from training camp. There's Connor Garland, his centerman Ratu, who he set up back in the second period for a goal. And here's Hoglander across. Garland trying to go over the glove, and it goes just off the top of the shoulder of Devin Cooley, the goaltender of record now, 27-year-old here in the third period for the Calgary Flames.
There's an injured Canuck. That's Hirose, I believe, who's down. Took a hard hit along the boards, and Canucks respond here. Friedman trying to get a Klapka. Hirose still not moving much now, working his way to his side as the training staff comes out.
Yeah, he got twisted up pretty badly in that thunderous check from Klapka. And that's the MO for Adam Klapka. He's going to play through every chance he gets. Some of them are just a touch late.
It's Lomberg who's in the box along with Friedman. And Calgary native Akito Hirose is the player down, but now to his knees and onto his feet. And being helped off towards the Vancouver bench, and I assume dressing room. He'll head right down the tunnel to be checked out.
Been a couple of big hits in this game. And just as Hirose is trying to get it off the boards and out, that hit twists him.
A little whiplash as his head snapped back too, into the boards.
Yeah. And then Lomberg comes into the pile. Ulrichsen ends up with Klapka, but no penalties there. Lomberg's in the box. Friedman as well, who dropped the gloves. Here's the call.
Calgary 70, Vancouver 51, both each minutes. 2 minutes for roughing.
So that sequence takes the Canucks down to 4 defensemen, with Hirose to the dressing room and Friedman to the penalty box. And Klapka has certainly had an impact on this game. He had the first period hit on Niels Omont, the hit here in the third on Akito Hirose, and he scored the 4-2 goal late in the second, his third of the preseason.
Yeah, he has a pretty simple game. The 24-year-old, undrafted, played 4 games last year for Calgary.
So 4-on-4 for the first time in the game. Canucks send out Garland and Hoglander up front. Sharangovich and Huberdeau for Calgary. Here's Joel Hanley. Ahead to Sharangovich. Huberdeau steps around Hoglander and moves in. Drops off. Anderson to the net, and Sharangovich missed the pass. Looked like a tap in from the crease, but he couldn't make contact. Now the pass back escapes the zone, and the Flames have to regroup.
Desharnais got his stick in there as well, and that helped.
Each of the new goaltenders, Tolopilo and Cooley, have been credited with 1 save. As Zeri moves in, puts the puck between the legs. Onto it is Hansen. Tried to center. Puck brought out by Weegar. Dishes off. Miramonov to Sam Hansen. Minute to go in the 4-on-4 as the Flames move in. Miramonov to the middle, broken up. Elias Pettersson gets the puck ahead to Ratu. He'll drop it back for Noah Juleson. And the Canucks settle things down while they complete a change. Sprong leaves for Desharnais. 40 seconds to go on the coincidental minors to Friedman and Lomberg. Here's Max Sasson through center. Passes off to the side. Susie, sharp angle shot, gloved by Devin Cooley. And he gets a whistle with 26 seconds to go in the 4-on-4.
Things open up just a little bit 4-on-4, and Rasmus Andersson's going to take this pass and try to find Sharangovich at the front of the net, but it's that stick lift by Desharnais. It doesn't allow that pass to connect. Anderson's 9th season with the Calgary Flames. He does it all for them.
Down offensively last year. He slipped to 39 points. He had 49 and 50 in the 2 years previous.
Yeah, 11 goals 2 seasons ago and 49 points.
He starts with a pass to Jacob Pelchik. Dozen seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Joel Hanley jumping up. CC intercepts around towards Garland. Kept in by Anderson. Now Garland ahead towards Sasson. That doesn't get outside the line. Now brought out by Anderson. As the penalized players return to the game. And both will head straight to their respective benches. Grushnikov through center in on the left wing. Sidesteps the check from Jules. Honzik tried to center. Fell down. Now gets the puck to the blue line. Pahal into the corner for Sam Honzik. Sharangovich is onto the puck. Left point. Grushnikov. Stop. Tolopilo then got a poke check on Honzik. There'll be a penalty here as Honzik was taken down. And they're not done yet. I think it's Desharnais who's getting the penalty.
Yeah.
Both referees had their arms in the air. After Tolopilo scrambling a bit after the initial stop, was able to poke check Sam Honzik, who then will end up drawing the penalty.
Tolopilo really helped himself out as it's a bit of a errant rebound off his pad. And he gets aggressive with the poke check there on Honzik. And here's the cross check to the bottom of the pants. So Honzik from Desharnais. So the Flames will get their 3rd power play. And the Canucks are going to try to see if they can't keep the Flames from capitalizing and get a little bit more energy in their game. Canucks are going to need a pretty good penalty kill here from Oman. And as we talk, we just see
Phil DiGiuseppe just came up. He was gone for a bit as well, along with Akito Hirose, but DiGiuseppe's just returned to the bench. So with Desharnais off, the Canucks back down to 4 defensemen in the absence of Akito Hirose, who was shaken up and had to leave the game. Flames onto their 3rd power play. Here's a chance. Backlund tried to dish off for Mantha, and the Canucks got in the way of that pass. Now they break out. Max Sasson through center. Oman's in the middle. Sasson centers it off Anderson's stick and wound up going into the corner. Flames bring the power play to center. Juleson breaks that up and sends Calgary back to its own blue line.
Been impressed with Max Sasson and his work. I think he played last night in Seattle, played a couple of nights ago in Abbotsford against Calgary, so they're really testing him out.
Here's Zary on the left wing. Flames on the power play, leading the game 4-2. Zary gets a return pass from Anderson. Now throws one on goal. Tolopilo had that sealed off. Elias Pettersson takes a punch as he was boxing out the Calgary player below the goal line.
It's Blake Coleman who's trying to get a deflection on that puck. He has a deflection goal from that 2nd period. And Elias Pettersson making sure that he's not able to get to any rebound, and it's swallowed up by Tolopilo. There's the battle. Pettersson takes a little bit of a glove to the face at the tail end. That there.
He'll stay out in the penalty killing role, along with Noah Juleson, DiGiuseppe, and Ratu up front. Another right-handed face-off win for Ratu, allowing Elias Pettersson to shoot the puck around and down the ice.
And if you're wondering why it didn't go to 4-on-3, the coincidental minors had finished. So players were able to go to their bench and we're at 5-on-4.
Here's Huberdeau. Sharangovich. Ian Huberdeau played catch. Puck dumped around from Martin Frk. 40 seconds to go in the penalty to Vinny Desharnais. Weegar watched by DiGiuseppe. Here's Sharangovich into the corner. Huberdeau missed the pass. Noah Juleson gets the puck and he sends it all the way down the ice. Garland pressuring Weegar. Flames too many on that change, it looked like. Play goes on. And now Calgary moves through center. Huberdeau in for Rooney. Final 5 seconds of this power play. Huberdeau steps around Friedman in the corner. Here's Rooney. Back to Pahal. Canucks are back to full strength. Calgary 0 for 3 on the power play. As the Canucks move the puck down into the Flames' end. Canucks have now killed 11 of 11 penalties in the preseason thus far. Haven't surrendered a power play goal to date. But they've given up 4 at even strength in this game, and they trail by a couple 7 minutes into the third period. Desharnais ahead. Lecker-Mackey dishes off to Soucy. Nice move to get by Klapka. Aim with a wrist shot and a glove save for Cooley. He hangs on. We'll take a break from Calgary. Preseason action. The Canucks and the Flames.
NHL Breakaway lets you collect highlights from your favorite players and teams with these officially licensed digital collectibles. NHL Breakaway. Make history yours.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it. Not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Get double points this fall at Best Western.
This is Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening.
Oh, hey, Dad, I got a question about punctuation.
Ooh! Go, stay on task. How do I look?
Rich.
Just what I was going for.
Oh my God, they traded your baby for wine.
Do you really think we would trade John for white Zinfandel? Or any wine?
Action.
It's back!
Ford employee pricing is on.
Where you pay, what we pay.
It's the highlight of the summer.
Where you can get my price on this Bronco Sport.
Or this Bronco. On this F-150.
On this Escape. That was hard. That was a little too hard. Definitely a great time to get into a Ford.
Right now, get Ford employee pricing on virtually all 2024 Ford models.
What's not to love?
Leafs, Red Wings. Thursday on Sportsnet 1.
Ratu doing a very good job of making sure we're talking about him. This was early in the hockey game. A couple of shots through, chances around the net, but being physical. Taking the most face-offs of any player in this hockey game, 20 of them, 1 in 10. And this is before he even scored to add to his nice night. That was the second goal for the Canucks to cut the score to 3-2 Calgary. Calgary scored at the end of the second to make it 4-2.
That's where we stand. Just past the 7-minute mark, third period. Nikita Tolopilo, who took over here in the third out of his net. Shoots one around, kept in. Pelchik puts it to the near side. Coleman after the puck. Soucy clotheslined him and took him down. Backlund steps into Max Sasson. Loose puck, Desharnais after it. Trying to get away from Pelchik. Backhands one forward. Flames keep it in. Now Soucy for Sasson. Lecker-Mackey chops the puck off the boards and out. Soucy able to force it deep into the Calgary end. Flames without an outright loss in the preseason thus far. This is their 5th game. They're 3-0-1. Canucks with the overtime win in Abbotsford on Wednesday, the only mini blemish to the Flames preseason record. 2 of those wins came in the same day when they played the split squad affairs against Edmonton. Here's a lead pass. Lomberg behind the defense, couldn't knock it down, and then juggling and hanging onto the puck is Nikita Tolopilo. More preseason NHL action tomorrow. The Penguins take on Travis Green and the Senators, 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1 tomorrow.
Just talking about that split squad win for Calgary. We were talking with Craig Conroy this morning at the morning skate. He said he was really overjoyed and surprised from his young players playing so well. He knew he put like an undermanned lineup in a couple of the games. And it's the young players that have been pulling this Flames team forward here in the preseason.
They've scored a lot of goals in the preseason.
21.
25 now. Hoglander is stopped, and then Friedman, who'd gone aggressively towards the net, stopped on the rebound. Puck sent the other way. Hanzik gets there first, bounces off the check of Pettersson. Zeri to the blue line, out of the reach of Grushnikov, and he'll have to track back for the puck. Here's Grushnikov for Zary, who tips the puck deep into the Vancouver zone. Noah Juleson starts out as we hit the 9-minute mark of the third period. Onto the right wing. Mueller was checked, and back comes Calgary with numbers. Huberdeau. Sharangovich tried to find Mantha. And Desharnais, I believe, is the man who blocked the pass. Flames maintain control. Sharangovich and a blocker saved by Tolopilo. Ty Mueller gets the loose puck. Chips it ahead for Desharnais to go after. And he backhands the puck in behind the Calgary goal.
Desharnais has really used his reach well in this game. Getting in the way of passes, poking pucks off players' sticks.
Freeman steps up to hit Lomberg as they get reacquainted. And now they're having a little conversation after that with Calgary calling for icing.
Friedman was part of some offense. His puck finally gets settled down, and he's there at the front of the net, stabs at it with the backhand. Kevin Cooley with the pass, or the pad save, and this is that long reach, getting the stick down on the ice. Desharnais, who got the news he was going to the NHL when he was with the Bakersfield Condors in this building.
Late bloomer, made his NHL debut at 26. Here's Sammy Blais cutting wide. Wrist shot, hit the post. Back comes Calgary. Klapka through center on the right wing. Moving in on Friedman, who poke checked and following up is Rooney. Friedman blocked back. Lomberg after the loose puck. Back to pick it up is Mueller. And Ty Mueller banks one through, but getting clipped with a stick was Rooney. And a high sticking call against Carson Soucy will put the Canucks short-handed again as they check to see whether it's going to be 2 or more. That's referee Cody Beach having a look as Rooney was down in a heap behind the net. Although it looks like it's Klapka maybe heading them. We'll sort it out when we come back. How about that? Preseason hockey. It's all a mystery.
I'm Francesco Mutti, and nobody loves tomatoes as much as I do.
So you can enjoy the freshness and taste of Mutti tomatoes. Mutti, one family, one passion. Tomatoes.
You're gonna know my name.
Take espresso into your own hands with the new Espresso Collection by KitchenAid.
With fast signs, signage that gets you noticed turns hot lots into homes. Fast signs, make your statement.
Whenever you have something really cold and then you get this short, sharp kind of sensation, that's sensitivity. It can get worse. I always recommend Sensodyne, which is specially designed to care for their sensitive teeth. It works.
What fills your heart about Ireland? The coast? The people?
If you find any pearls, give them to me, okay?
Hi. How are you?
The crack?
Ta-da! 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go!
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at Ireland.com.
There's Sammy Blais, who's playing in back-to-back nights. Trying to continue to impress. And as he keeps his feet moving to the outside, just off the iron. Devin Cooley was backing into the net. Here's Carson Soucy as Rooney goes around the net. Soucy's stick comes up high. Soucy moved it just enough that the referee deemed that that was a high stick. And then into the screen is Klapka. As Lomberg's the first one there, and then when Klapka comes in and gets the hand into the face of Soucy, that puts them both in the penalty box, Carson Soucy and Adam Klapka. And we will have some 4-on-4. The Flames are making last-minute changes.
They're really confused.
They are.
Guys going back and forth. They have 5 out there. Maybe you were confused. You thought it might be 5-on-5.
Well, I corrected myself because you looked at it.
But they've got an extra 2 on the board. So did Soucy get a double minor? He got a double minor, right? No, so it's a power. There we go. We got it.
Referee's mics didn't play in the building.
Extra 2 being served by Tristan Nielsen. So another power play for the Flames, who are 0 for 3.
Another face-off win for Ratu.
Flames able to win the battle for the puck, and they set up with a man advantage. Sharon Govich, top of the circle, down low. Gets a return pass from Ferk. Here's Weegar. Huberdeau. Martin Ferk. Huberdeau trying a jam play, and a good read by Tolopilo to move to his left and keep it out. The Canucks clear the zone.
So hard if you have 2 players below the goal line passing it back and forth. The goaltender's got to look over one side and the other behind, and then it's a quick strike to the front of the net, but Tolopilo loses size there.
Flames move in and set up again. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Good read there from Garland. He's got DiGiuseppe with him. Garland in on the right wing. Connor Garland shoots. Blocker saved by Cooley. DiGiuseppe a swing and a miss on the rebound. And here come the Flames 4-on-2. Huberdeau. Ferk had to slow. Now he tries to pass again. Garland with a good stick. He's done a good job here penalty killing. Not something he normally does, but Connor Garland having a very effective shift.
He's still going.
And he steals the puck in the Calgary zone. Taken down by Zeri. There'll be a penalty for that. And Garland not too happy about the hit into the back from Zeri. Everybody's going to join this scrum. The initial penalty is to the Calgary forward. And we'll see if there's anything more to come from this. Noah Juleson trying to get in.
He's taking on 2 guys in Manton Coleman. Oh, Garland with the late punch on Zeri. He was none too pleased. He was hit from behind as he was twisting in the corner.
Garland with the steal earlier had a pretty good chance shorthanded to get the Canucks' 3rd goal.
Ripping in down the right side and is trying to go blocker. Cooley read it well, but he stayed on the puck, and it's that shove to the back to the numbers. And here's the last of the interaction between Zeri and Garland.
Interaction.
Yeah.
Looks like one of our production meetings.
So now the penalty boxes are getting full, and Backlund's gotten put into the penalty box.
Maybe misconduct.
Has 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
So you got a unsportsmanlike. That's almost worse than a misconduct for Backlund now. He gets 2 and 2.
I think it had to do with the conversation with the referee after the pileup. Rick Tocchet looking for an explanation. Backlund gets into the pile. Everyone's really grabbing on in that melee, and so Tocchet just wants to figure out where things are going. And there's Ryan Huska with the glasses on there. Dan Lambert on the left.
So they'll sort it out. We'll get the manpower situation straight and resume play in a moment, but not before we check in with Murph.
And these guys are smiling because they know they'll be facing each other in the first game of the regular season, and you can be there. You can get tickets to watch the Canucks take on the Flames October 9th. Get your tickets at Canucks.com/tickets.
There's 48 seconds remaining in the penalty that, well, it was coincidental minors to Susie and Klapka. There's 48 seconds left in those.
Well, the extra.
And then
to Susie with the double liner.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, yeah, 48 seconds left in the Susie extra 2. And then Backlund's been assessed a double minor. Garland off for a couple. And it'll be 4-on-4 for 48 seconds before the Canucks move on to a power play of just over 3 minutes, if I have this correct.
And Garland and Zeri continue their conversation in opposite penalty boxes.
So 4-on-4 with Calgary controlling, and then the Canucks will have their best chance to get back in this game, barring any more trips to the penalty box. 8.5 minutes remaining in the third. Pettersson gets the puck back after his pass was blocked, and now here's Nils Höglander. Ratu through center. 20 seconds to go in the Susi penalty as Ratu can't keep the puck in. Forced to bring it back out to center. Desharnais ahead to Ratu. Ratu's got a step. Cutting in. Ratu shoots off the post. Another post for the Canucks here in period number 3 as Ratu came close to his second goal of the game.
Flames had a change. One of the defensemen ripped off the ice, and so that created the 2-on-1 for Ratu, and he was shooter all the way off the crossbar over the blocker.
Canucks should be on the power play. They're having trouble getting the correct number of players on the ice. Now they have their 5 skaters up. And Vancouver onto the man advantage for the next 3 minutes. Sprong gets a step on the right wing. Daniel Sprong shoots, stop, rebound, and twice. Mueller tried to put it home but couldn't finesse it past Devin Cooley. Canucks maintain control for a moment. Now Miromanov finds Rooney, and he goes off the boards. Great hold by Sprong at the right point. Reached out to keep the puck in. Gets a return pass at the blue line. Daniel Sprong cuts down the right wing. Passes the side of the goal. Puck sent back to the line to Juleson. Left side. Return feed. Juleson. Sprong missed the pass. Mueller gets the puck in the corner. Lekkerimäki tried to return it to him. Flames intercept, and Rooney this time is able to get it all the way down the ice. First half of the Backlund double minor just about done. Canucks move on to power play number 4 now. They're 0 for 3. Here's Höglander. Now it's Pettersson bringing the puck in. Elias Pettersson checked. Friedman takes control at center. Mark Friedman. Elias Pettersson shoots the puck in from center. Hanley gets to it easily. Puts it off the glass, but out and into the seats. And so the face-off will stay in the Calgary zone with 1:35 to go on the Vancouver power play.
Ratu's strong night continues. And you can see the Flames defensemen come onto the ice late, and Ratu, the shooter. And this is Daniel Sprong with some good speed, and they're trying to go 5-hole, but the rebound goes to Mueller. There's 2 chances at it. Devin Cooley's made some big stops already for the Calgary Flames.
Rooney able to win the face-off from Ratu, and the puck is sent around past Lekkerimäki and down the ice. Noah Juleson starts out. Ratu to Garland, who's served his penalty. He's available for the power play now. Lekkerimäki carries down to the left wing hash marks, dishes back to Noah Juleson. Juleson wanted to go to Sprong. Now he tries to force it through, and the puck deflects out to center ice. Minute to go in the Vancouver power play. Under 6 minutes remaining in the third. Flames leading 4-2. Ratu spins away from one check, feeds into the corner. Sprong leaves there for Ratu. Nice pass to the legs for Lekkerimäki, who's checked along the boards, but able to feed the puck back to Garland. Now on the other side, Friedman puts it off the end boards, grabbed by Cooley. He'll take the whistle with 39 seconds to go in the Canucks man advantage.
And at the time, the Canucks only have 4 defensemen to choose from, as Susi is now out of the penalty box, but he had a double minor for the high stick, and Akito Hirose, who would normally be a part of this power play, had gone to the dressing room 4 or 5 minutes ago.
Mueller on the face-off for Vancouver. Flames win it. Drawn back by Rooney. Puck kept in by Friedman at the right point. Makes a move around his man. Fakes the shot. Pass to the side. Center! And now Höglander can't get the handle after Mueller just couldn't pull the trigger. Got a cross-crease pass, I think, from Blais. And Ty Mueller just couldn't get a clean look with the puck. Now it's center. Some more rough stuff.
Yeah, Pahal goes in and goes after Friedman, who, after a nice move, elusive at the blue line, going down to create something on the power play, finishes his check on Kevin Rooney right in front of the Flames bench. And Braden Pahal goes after Friedman. This is the quick feed for Friedman, the fake shot, and then down low to Blais. Mueller, it's on the wrong side of his body. But this is what Pahal came in about. Friedman finishing his check. There's Pahal, stick down. And then a glove to the face. Friedman's not going to engage.
Penalty box door is open at the Flames side, but now they close it.
Let's give him 10.
I don't know. So maybe he did go down the hallway, so maybe Pahal is done for the night. Play resumes, dying seconds of this power play for the Canucks. Garland in on the right wing. Pass across, Soucy. Here's Desharnais with room. Wrist shot stopped by Cooley through traffic. And his own man right on top of him, Mirmanov. Here's Backlund out of the box. Flames back to full strength. And both teams are now 0 for 4 on the power play. With Calgary still up 4-2, and now we got the referee at center signaling a penalty. It was Desharnais coming together with Zary, I think. And we'll see what Garrett Rank has signaled here.
It's going to say elbow. I thought it was on Honzik.
It was Honzik, was it? It was Desharnais who's being taken to the box. 42, not 47 for Calgary. There you go.
Game's starting to deteriorate.
The ref right there, you'll notice, did not call a penalty.
No.
Garrett Rank at center did, and Desharnais is headed to the box.
Get closer to hockey with the NHL app. Closer to the names you know and need to know. Download the NHL app today.
The Ferrero Rocher chocolate bar. Crunchy hazelnuts, smooth chocolate, creamy filling. Make any moment worth celebrating. Ferrero Rocher.
Interrupted by dry eyes? Get fast-acting relief with Hydrosense eye drops. Made with a naturally sourced lubricant. Hydrosense eye drops.
Gnarly! Back in my day, I used to call this the 180 Spice Bomb. Watch this.
That was awesome!
Oh, Fix Auto. The first words that should come to mind after an accident.
Antarctica. You have to experience it to truly appreciate the beauty, the wildlife, the sheer majesty. Experience it with state-of-the-art expedition equipment and hands-on scientific research activities, all in exceptional Viking comfort. We invite you to discover the world's 7th continent, Antarctica. Viking, exploring the world in comfort.
Canucks, Oilers, Monday on Sportsnet.
Desharnais called for elbowing here and then assessed a further 10-minute misconduct. And I think the referees, Garrett Rank and Cody Beach, are just trying to get any potential engagers out of this game.
Combatants.
Rabble-rousers.
Look at talking. Doesn't really like the explanation and has been around long enough to understand that the referees are, as you say, trying to relieve some of the pressure that's building in this game with some big hits. Spurned on by Calgary for the most part until this third period where Vancouver's been fighting back.
Pahal was also given a 10-minute misconduct. That was the official word after his set 2 with Friedman at center. So the benches getting a little roomier with 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Calgary still up 4-2. And the Flames onto the power play for the 5th time in the game. And that puts the Canucks down to 4 defensemen for the balance of the game.
Just going to say, Soucy, after being on for the face-off on the penalty kill, went right to the Canucks bench.
Elias Pettersson, Noah Juleson out now in a penalty killing role. Giuseppe blocked that pass, but the Flames get the puck back. Weegar at the blue line. Dishes off. Here's Huberdeau. Across. One-timer. Tolopilo sliding to his left, able to stop Sharon Govich. And Nikita Tolopilo, after making the save, is able to cover the puck.
Good tracking of the puck by Tolopilo. Huberdeau's so good at, as a left-hand shot on the left side, holding it for a moment like he's going to shoot and then zinging it across. I thought this puck was along the ice. It was actually about 1.5 feet off the ice into the body of the big goaltender Tolopilo.
Max Sasson able to clear on the resumption of play. Weegar ahead to Sharon Govich, who just had that one time it took. Minute 15 to go in the penalty to Desharnais that's being served by Daniel Sprong as Sharon Govich let fly with a shot over top of the net. Out come the Canucks shorthanded. 3-on-2. Sasson in, drops. Friedman shoots, stop, rebound, slid right past Ratu at the side after a blocker save by Devin Cooley on Mark Friedman. Flames cough up the puck. Friedman has it at center, and he'll kill some time here.
Friedman did a really good job of being vocal so that Sasson knew he was coming on.
Now Cooley with a cool glove save as he did a snap of the wrist there, a little around the world on Noah Juleson, and he hangs on for the whistle.
He might have been sitting on that one for a little bit, right? Cooley with the save. Just comes out.
See, we don't work the same way. If I thought of that, I would have avoided it.
Impressed with Sasson. There's a 2-on-1 with Ratu going to the net, and then he hurt Friedman, so he put into a spot for Mark Friedman to come in and take that shot.
Close play at the line as the Flames move back in. It's off the skate of Coleman, cleared out by DJ Semple. 30 seconds to go in the Desharnais minor. 3 minutes remaining, third period. Flames up 4-2. Zary tried to sidestep Juleson. It blocked the puck from getting through. And now Elias Pettersson sweeps it around the boards and all the way down the ice.
And it's a bit of a two-step for the Canucks defenseman. As soon as the puck's down the ice, two guys go off. That's Juleson and Pettersson. Two guys come on. That's Friedman and Soucy.
It uncomplicates things.
Yeah, you're up.
Penalty's over. Sprong out of the box. And Calgary now 0 for 5 on the power play. Canucks have killed off 13 of 13 in the preseason. Down 4-2 in this one, though, as Zary brings the puck ahead. Gets a return pass from Coleman. Tips the puck to the near corner. Coleman's after it there. Soucy's on him. Klapka pass to the blue line. That'll come outside the line to center. Keep an eye on Tolopilo here. See if the Canucks elect to go with the extra attacker, trailing by a couple. Sammy Blais has the puck at center. Dishes one across. That was blocked. And now intercepting Calgary. Puck sent ahead. Lomberg tips it through into the Vancouver zone. Tolopilo stopped that sharp angle bid from Klapka. Looking for his second of the game and fourth of the preseason. Rooney checked in the corner. Down to 95 seconds remaining. Calgary leading by a couple. Pettersson stops to get away from Klapka. Passes for Ulrichsen, who let the puck go. Tipped through by Ty Mueller. Flames break it up. Rooney takes a lead pass. He's by himself with Calgary changing, and he's content just to tip the puck in behind the goal. Friedman comes back. Here's Sprong skating quickly to center. Lost the handle at the Calgary blue line, and we're into the final minute now. Tolopilo's going to stay in. Backlund chasing after the puck in the Vancouver zone. Soucy gets it behind the net, gave it away, but able to recover and knock it off the stick of Blake Coleman. Now the puck sent down the ice. This will be an icing call. And at least one face-off remains in this game with 45 seconds to go.
Well, it's getting at that time for both coaches to whittle down their rosters after games like tonight. With only a couple of games left in this preseason. More NHL veterans want to get into the lineup. More younger players get that call into the GM's office. Trust me, I've been in that position a handful of times. I actually said one time, no, I'm not going down. Then I called my agent. I said, yeah, you're going to have to go.
Soucy up the middle. Oman gets the puck and sends it behind the Calgary goal. Huberdeau after the puck in the Vancouver blue line, checked by Soucy. And here's Oman deep in his own zone. Not a lot expected in the grand scheme of things for the Calgary Flames this season, but they're off to a fine start in the preseason, make it 4-0-1 now. Ryan Huska's team Vancouver trail. Thrice they led by 2. And that's the margin of difference at the final horn. As Calgary knocks off Vancouver 4-2, Canucks lose for a second straight night. And Vancouver now 2-2 on the preseason, headed to Edmonton to take on the Oilers on Monday.
Bit of an underdog mentality taken on by the Calgary Flames early in this preseason.